Good afternoon and a very warm welcome from the Oman Cricket Academy. This is the ACC Men's Premier Cup 2024 and this is going to be semi-final number 2. What an incredible match are we going to be witnessing. It is going to be the team that has stormed its way into the semi-final, the home side Oman, that is going to be taking on the likes of Hong Kong, China, which has just sneaked through. And this is going to be a thriller of a contest considering the kind of form that Babar Hayat carries into this match. It's two sides almost in red that are going to be taking on each other. Without wasting a lot of time, let's quickly head to the center where I have my dear friend Mikhail Waswani with the captains for the toss.
Toss time here at the Oman Cricket Academy. I have the star cast to my left. Captain of Oman, Zishan Maqsood. Captain of Hong Kong, China, Nizakat Khan. To oversee the toss, it's going to be match referee Prakash Bhatt. Home team will be Oman. Zishan, you'll be tossing.
Tails. Tails is a call. It is heads.
Semi-final 2, you won the toss. What have you decided and why?
We'll bowl first and restrict them to low total and defend them.
You talk about a low total, Zishan. What's the low total? We saw a low-scoring game in the last match as well.
I think 140, 150, it is easy to chase.
Right, the core of your team has remained all through many seasons. Is that one of the reasons why you all are peaking in marquee competitions, Zishan?
Yeah, definitely, and we have added new players also. They are also backing up and as a team. So that is what we want as a new players. So and with the old senior players, they are also performing. That is the core for us.
What about your playing 11?
Yeah, one change. Shakil is not playing. Kalimullah is playing.
Good luck, all the very best.
Thank you very much.
Nizakat Khan, batting first, happy to do so?
Yeah, actually, I don't mind batting first on this wicket because this wicket has been used already, and you know, whatever we are doing, we have to do well.
Yeah, it's been a dibbly-dobbly ride in the league stages, but you all have finally made it to the semis. What's been the talk in the dressing room?
Well, the talk is always positive. We make sure that we have to be on top of our game, and whatever chances come, we have to make sure we have to do well.
And what's the kind of total you're looking at?
Well, anything above 170, 175. This is what we are going to look at because I think later on because this wicket might get better. So yeah, chasing is always tough and scoreboard pressure will be always there.
And you're playing 11?
Playing 11, yeah, we are going with the same team.
Good luck, all the very best. Big game.
Thank you.
Right, so the news from the centre is that Oman have won the toss in semi-final 2 and they have decided to bowl first.
Earlier today, it was UAE that won the toss and they won the match. Now it is Oman that have won the toss. The results are something that is going to be interesting. Early advantage for Oman as they have that one change. It is going to be the left arm spin of Shakil Ahmed that is going to be missing, and in comes the tall, lanky Kalimullah. As far as Hong Kong, China are concerned, they go unchanged. And alongside me, it is this man, Mudassir Ali. Mudassir, what do you think of this game in total, overall?
Good afternoon, Pranav, and good afternoon to all of our viewers. They made one change, Kalimullah coming back into the side for Oman. They left out Shakil Ahmed, the left arm orthodox, went for Hong Kong. Unchanged coming into this match and riding high on confidence. They made into the semi-finals on the very last day, defeating Malaysia with a huge margin. When in Oman is a completely different side. They are looking good. They covered each and every department. They do have the advantage of home conditions. It won't be easy, but what surprised me is winning the toss and opting to bowl first. It means on the same surface they'll come out to bat later on. 60 overs already done on this wicket. I'm not sure how it will behave in the second innings.
What's interesting to see is that Oman have trusted in their pace attack. And that is primarily because they have the built-in spin attack in terms of all-rounders. Ayan Khan can spin the ball. Aqib Ilyas, the leading wicket-taker of the tournament, he turns the ball around well. And the captain himself, one of the top all-rounders in the world. And that is the reason 3 primary spinners up their sleeves, and they could afford to have an extra pacer. Also, they would have seen the kind of damage that the UAE pacers did to Nepal.
A good decision going with the 3 premier fast bowler, the likes of Bilal Khan, Kalimullah and Fayyaz Butt. And rightly said, they have a they have plenty of options if we talk about the spin department.
That's our umpires for the afternoon, Tariq Rashid and PJ Rambukoila, the two umpires that are going to be officiating in this match. And alongside them, it's going to be on the third umpire on the TV, S. Ravi. And on the fourth umpire, we have the services of Tabreek Dar, also the match referee, Mr. Prakash Bhatt. So very experienced lineup in terms of officials. We did see that Kotsi was struggling with a little bit of a niggle in the previous game, struggling, limping around. And he is going to be coming in to open the innings for Hong Kong, China. Our umpire, PJ Rambukwela.
Rambukwela from Sri Lanka and very experienced umpire. Alongside him is Tariq Rashid from Pakistan. So two experienced umpires standing in this game. And to start the proceedings with the bat for Hong Kong, it's Martin Kodze. Alongside him will be Anshuman Rath. 3 matches, just 17 runs, but we know the class of batter he is. They were ordinary in the tournament, but at the right time, he came back very strongly. Rath needs to be fired with the bat. 87 runs, 4 games, 9 fours, couple of sixes. Strike rate looks quite impressive, 140.
A slip to begin with, Bilal Khan. Those numbers always ever impressive. The economy as well, pretty good. Shade over 7. Don't mind that in the shorter format. It's going to be Kodzi. And immediately swing on offer for the left arm pacer Bilal Khan. He would love that shape.
Slip in position, very watchful on the very first ball, Martin. So third man and deep square leg, 2 fielder station outside the 30-yard circle.
Every time that Bilal Khan picks up an early wicket, Oman looks like a different side, and that's exactly what he's looking to do here against the likes of Martin Kodze. We've seen him struggling with an injury earlier in the tournament, limping around. And in the previous game as well, he was doing shot fine to shot fine in the fielding department.
Good idea to go aerial. Get as many as runs possible, top of the order for your team. Intentions are very clear. Put in the gap, chased by the fielder. Quick lightning outfield, off the mark in style. 4 runs for Martin and more runs for Hong Kong.
What an incredible strike. When you're struggling with injury, this is the way you want to be getting your runs in terms of boundary. Yes, there was a lot of in swing to offer with from Bilal Khan and the inside part of the bat. Giving a chase was Fayaz Bhatt, but no chance whatsoever. A lot of bat on offer and enough to get to the boundary. Bilal Khan charging in, and with an offer, won't be runs on this occasion.
Taking his own time, set up the field is Zishan Maqsood. Bilal Khan, a lot depends on him, especially in the power play.
What do you think? It's a good decision? Win the toss, bowl first?
A bit surprised, I told you earlier, because this is an afternoon game and all important semi-final. I do understand UAE opting to bowl first to exploit the morning conditions, which they did quite well, but the afternoon games I would have rather said that Oman should have opted to bat first. Go straight, no chance for Khalid Kale. So 4 more runs for Martin, looking good out there in the middle with the bat for Hong Kong.
Incredible striking from the bat of Kodze. And Hong Kong, China are off, and they're off with a flash here. Second boundary of the over, never looking to keep it down. And Khalid Kale was only a spectator on that occasion. What a start. 8 of the first 5 deliveries. Short cut, and this is going to be more runs. The third boundary of the over. This is not looking good for Oman. First over done, 12 for no loss.
What a start to Martin and to Hong Kong, China. 12 runs in the first over of Bilal Khan. A bit wayward, and excellent timing and placement. And in comes another tall right arm fast bowler, Kalimullah, number 22. Been very impressive throughout the season, performing quite well in the domestic games as well as on international level. Right choice, leaving Shakil Ahmed for the playing 11, because he was the one who got you the big wicket in the final game against Kuwait.
Not just that game, but also previously in the tournament. He castled the captain. Flicked on the leg side. They will be looking for the second. Kodze limping across, and he'll be pushing through, and he'll just make it in time. He's struggling there. You don't want to be running seconds when you're struggling.
Having a tough time that doing this hot and humid conditions, running hard. Going past that fine leg. Brilliant piece of timing. Using that pace of Kalimullah. First boundary for Anshuman. A bit wayward. And technically one of the best batters in this lineup of Hong Kong, China. And look at that wrist comes into play and putting it away from the reach of Bilal Khan. To a flying start. Quickly moves to 18. The good news, 10 wickets in hand.
Coming back to my topic, Shakil got that wicket of the Bahraini captain just when Bahrain was cruising through. Haider Ali. And that's where he's such an important player. Although Kalimullah brings his own flavour. This is exactly what he can do. He has things to offer here. This is a good wicket to bowl on. It has a little bit something for the pacers, and that's what the UAE bowlers showcased. It's Kalimullah on this occasion.
Adjusting his line and length quickly, bowling to that off-stump line. Also keeping in mind the likes of Ayan Khan and Zishan Maksud, 2 left-arm orthodox already in your side. I think it's a good move to get in a fast bowler, especially keeping in mind this track where the fast bowlers are getting a lot of help from the track.
He's one of those kind of bowlers, Kalimullah. On his day, he can destroy the best of attacks. Does bowl both ways, swings it in, swings it out. And let's not forget, in the death, he's things to contribute now. Previously, he was not considered as one of the good options to bowl in the death. And that has changed. Now he has the Yorker, he has a slower delivery. And that's where he can bowl in the death as well. Also, another thing to consider is the way Oman pace attack was taken apart in the previous game. That's a goner, that's a goner. Kalimullah has a flavour to add to this Oman bowling attack, and that's exactly what he's done at the Oman Cricket Academy. It's the all-important semi-final number 2, and Oman have struck well and struck early. Martin Kodze is going to be walking back.
in the deck right channel. An easy catch taken by wicketkeeper Pratik Athavale. The first wicket going down. Martin, who was looking good, managing 12 with the help of 3 4s. First wicket going down for Hong Kong China. It's 19 for the loss of 1.
The man who was one of the prime contributors with the bat, Nazakat Khan, the captain of Hong Kong China. Some wonderful numbers to offer here. 63.67 is his average. And look at that strike rate in excess of 150. He's got a couple of 50s in this tournament so far. And that's exactly what my point is. With Kalimullah, what you get is a high arm action. And there's not much of a change between his in-swinger and out-swinger. That's what keeps the batter guessing. And if you're trying to pick the ball up from the wicket, it's always too late. 1 wicket to his name, and fended away by Nazakat to end that over. 7 of that over and a wicket. 19 for 1 Hong Kong. Two overs done, 19 for 1, Hong Kong China. Another thing to consider about is that you want your third pacer to be bowling in the power play. He's going to be bowling a tight line, does realize that Kalimullah has got that first wicket to his name, and now he's going to be looking like a very different bowler. And with Hong Kong China, you have Nazakat Khan, you also have Babar Hayat. 2 very good players of spin, and that's where you don't want Shakil to be bowling against Nazakat and Babar Hayat in those early phase of the match in the power play. Shot wide, and a quick single will allow them to get and rotate strike. He's hurt. Fayaz Butt, the third pacer for Oman.
When your bowlers were going for runs, especially your premier fast bowler at the time, Shakil Ahmed came in, as rightly said by you. He got the big wicket of Haider, the captain of Bahrain, and in the previous game against Kuwait, every bowler was struggling. Came in the little dynamite Shakil, got the big wicket of Clinto. I think he's those kind of a bowlers who can bowl in the power play as well as in the middle overs, the death overs. Keeps plenty of options as a captain. And not only that, he can get you those quick runs coming down the order, the left-hand batter. But again, keeping in mind this track favoring the fast bowlers, the management, the selection committee, and the captain going with Kalimullah and responding to the call of the captain, rightly getting a wicket, that too of Martin in the very first over.
Getting the wicket of a batter who got 3 boundaries in the very first over. What a shot. What an incredible shot. He's the man in form, Nazakat Khan, the captain of Hong Kong China. And if you're accumulating boundaries by just showing the face of the bat, you are in an incredible form, my friend.
Top class shot from Nazakat. Out of the crease, played with straight bat, goes over the bowler. He's leaking runs. He's looking ordinary. Bilal Khan.
Immediately change in field. Long on has come into place. Deep square leg has a services offering. Poking the bat, penetrating the gap, and very well fielded. Ayan Khan is the fielder at backward point. Will keep it down to just 1 run to Hong Kong, China.
Sensible piece of batting, rotating the strike, getting that boundary. Next single has been taken. The man in form with the bat, Nizakat. Much needed support to Anshuman. Got a boundary to his name, batting on 8.
Is that a goner? Is that a goner? There's a huge appeal. And Oman are going to be celebrating here. It's going to be the back of Anshuman Rath. He's not got runs in this tournament, and once again he's going to be disappointing Hong Kong, China.
Both the umpires having a conversation whether it has been cleanly taken by the wicket keeper. Wanted to pull ball, just keeping a bit low. Good take from wicket keeper Pratik Atavale.
What a collect. He's not had one of those premium tournaments as a wicket keeper. He's a very good wicket keeper, no two thoughts about it, Pratik Atavale. And it's early days for Pratik Atavale, and this is, in my opinion, a very good catch because it's collecting the ball right in front of him. And that's where I believe he's taken an incredible catch. These are not easy, mind you. It's easier to take on the side. But this delivery coming off the bottom edge of Anshuman Rath's bat. And he's collected few yards above the ground.
The on-field umpire going upstairs and just wanted to make sure whether he has taken it cleanly. Means there was an inside edge. Just wanted to have that confirmation. The right decision has been made. The red light coming out. So Bilal Khan, who was leaking runs, at last strikes for his team. Short of runs in this tournament for Anshuman Rath.
Trouble, trouble, trouble for Hong Kong, China as Anshuman Rath walks back. And he's walked back for just 8 of 7 deliveries. Bilal Khan has come back into the action. 26 for the loss of 2 Hong Kong, China. Martin Coetzee has walked back, and so has Anshuman Rath. But 2 premium batters in the middle. It's going to be Babar Hayat. Look at those figures, incredible. 250s to his name in this tournament as well. An average of 36, a strike rate of 150 plus. Incredible numbers, and he's going to be joining his captain Mohammad Nazakat Khan. A lot will depend on these 2 batters. Bilal Khan charging in. Slower short delivery. And the form of Babar Hayat is going to be dealing it with a single. End of that incredible over from Bilal Khan. 3 overs done, 27 for 2. Kalimullah is going to be continuing. Does generally bowl 3 in the power play. This is his second one. He's got a wicket to his name. They need a wicket here. And Babar Hayat will start watchfully. A couple of singles in the first two deliveries for him.
Whenever the team is in trouble, rescue ranger Babar Hayat always makes sure to get those runs for his team. Nizakat and Babar Hayat, two experienced batter of Hong Kong China, out there in the middle. Looking good with the ball is Kalimullah. Use of the wrist, a single has been taken. Kalimullah played a lot of cricket back home in Pakistan. The boy from Gujranwala. He has been a loyal servant when it comes to Oman fast bowling department.
A genuine wicket taker. I've spoken to a few batters, and what they have to suggest is that his high arm action makes it very difficult to figure out whether he's bowling an outswinger or in-swinger. And that's where a lack in judgment on a few occasions can put you in a lot of trouble. Kalimullah, the tall, lanky Kalimullah.
He has been very impressive. We have seen him, he got injured at the start of the season. Worked really hard on his fitness. He has a very good D20 as well as the D50 in Oman.
What happens with Kalimullah is he doesn't leak a lot of runs, and he's always looking for a wicket as well. As you would have noticed that two singles followed by two dot deliveries. You have to go out of the way to score runs against Kalimullah.
The key is he knows his limitations. As a fast bowler, sometimes you just get carried away by the situation, trying to bowl those quicker deliveries, bumpers. Where in the case of Kalimullah, he stick to that one line and length.
Wonderfully bowled into the pads of Babar Hayat, and a deft touch will allow him to get off strike. But for a majority part of that delivery, a wicket was on offer, targeting the stumps, targeting the pads of Babar Hayat, asking him tough questions. Kalimullah
Not offering much room and width to the batters. Basics are right. Not greedy to go for those wickets.
inside edge, and so often that could have gone onto the stumps, but this is a different day. This will allow Mohammad Nizakat Khan to get a boundary to his name. And with that boundary, a 7-run over from Kalimullah comes to an end. 4 overs done, 34 for 2, Hong Kong, China. An inside edge. No chance whatsoever for Nizakat Khan.
Fayaz, but first change. Look at that shot. Stand and deliver straight over the bowler. A maximum to start the over number 5.
When you have the name of Babar Hayat printed on the back of your shirt, this is the kind of delivery that you want. And you are going to be launching it way into the stands. The quality of Babar Hayat has come to party here at the Oman Cricket Academy, ground number 1. And what an incredible way to start your innings. Showing the full face of the bat was Mohammad Nizakat Khan on a previous occasion. On this occasion, it is Babar Hayat. This showcases what a wonderful track this is to bat on.
They have lost those couple of wickets. Not afraid to go aerial, Babar Hayat. Now he played against UAE in 2018 Asia Cup qualifier in Malaysia, scoring big 100. It was 50 over format. And then in that big finale, scored some quick odd 40 runs Straight dependable Babar Hayat. Still
What-
searching for that ball.
What is the kind of total that you're expecting on a wicket like this to be a good total?
Just keeping in mind it's a knockout game. Anything above 170, 180, below 190, I think it will be a very good total. Give a lot for your bowlers to give. Wherein I think Oman they'll be looking to keep them below 140, even 150. They should be happy.
One thing that is going to make a big difference in this game is the spin department of Oman. I believe it's one of the premium spin departments in this tournament. I don't think any side has the quality to offer that Oman offers. Not out, says the umpire. For a moment they were interested. Certainly sliding down the leg side in my opinion. And that's where it would have been given as not out.
On top of that, running on the danger area for Yaz, but the on-field umpire straight away having a word. Captain Zishan Maqsood just getting carried away the fast bowler Fayaz, but a good decision from Bukela.
Fayaz Bhatt in the block hole looking for that, and this is some incredible striking from Babar Hayat. He's expressing himself and he's expressing himself at its best. This is trouble times for Oman.
What a shot! A man in form with the bat. Lovely piece of timing, and look at the placement, keeping it away from mid-off fielder. An expensive start for Fayaz, but
Mediocre. Very mediocre from Fayaz Bhatt. The first ball pitching it up in the arc of Babar Hayat, and the second delivery was the best out of the lot. Once again in the arc of Babar Hayat, and on this occasion a little bit of hand from Fayaz Bhatt will allow Babar Hayat to get off strike.
there's no much movement in the air. It's the afternoon game, winning the toss and opting to bowl first. Yes, they have got those 2 wickets. The problem for Oman is these 2 batters. Got those big numbers behind them. Nizakat and Babar Hayat, the rescue rangers for Hong Kong. Can he strike back Fayaz Bhatt?
Fayaz Bhatt looking for a wicket here. Finally, that's much better from Fayaz Bhatt. Every time that he bowls that good length area, he looks like a better bowler.
The first wicket of Martin, it was a peach of a delivery from Kaleem. Next, a poor short selection led to the fall of Anshuman Rath. After that, it has been the brilliant partnership flourishing between these two. 19 runs of just 12 balls.
One ball to go. Fayaz Bhatt charging down the wicket, and cover will restrict it from any runs. 5 overs done. Hong Kong in well control of this game. 45 for the loss of 2.
Time to unlock cricket. Download the ACC app right away. You can also visit our website www.asiancricket.org and get a lowdown on all Asian cricket happening around you. Kalimullah to continue. He's had a good start on comeback. Just liked the intensity shown by Hong Kong China. They've had a stop and start tournament, but they finally made it to the semis. And despite losing 2 wickets, they are fighting on. I'm Mikhail, and with me, Andrew Leonard. Andrew, good afternoon.
Oh, Vaswani. Mikhail, lovely to see you. How are you? Into the 6th. And this is the challenge for Kalimullah. My co-commentator Pranav was saying he's offering options at the death now. I don't think he does. I think he's got to bowl at least 3 on the bounce, if not all 4, in this format. And that's why they're going to target him. This over and 1 to come, potentially key.
Oh yes, despite the loss of 2 early wickets, they raced to 50. And this has been good counter-attack in the 6th over. So they're trying to make full use of the power play. Once again, just charging down that track. Not quite convincing, but got enough willow on it. And Midon had to give up the chase at some point. Much better this time, closer to the body. "50 for 2. This power play has had its fair share of excitement, entertainment and moments as well. Fair to say both teams have shared honours. Here again, nicely bowled. Good comeback after being hit for a 4 early in the over. This is semi-final 2. We're coming to you live from the Oman Cricket Academy. The ACC Men's T20 Premier Cup 2024. UAE have stormed into the final. Who will it be against UAE? Will it be Oman or Hong Kong China? In a couple of hours from now, we shall have that answer as well. Much better. Got that ball to come in. One change here for Oman. Hong Kong China going unchanged. Seven runs coming off the 6th over. End of the power play. The restrictions will be lifted. It's 52 for 2. Nine wickets in ACC Men's Premier Cup career for Aqib Ilyas. He's grown as a bowler in confidence and stature. Joint leading wicket taker as well in this tournament. What do you make of the selection, Andrew, in the playing 11 of Oman?
Yeah, look, they've left a spinner out. They've brought a seamer in. I wonder whether they're a little bit influenced by this morning's game. I think it's going to be a very different game this afternoon. There was a big disparity. There was. I'm not in any way making excuses for Nepal, and UAE thoroughly outplayed the unbeaten side from Group A. They deserve to be in the final. But there was a disparity in terms of the amount of movement through the air. We had that very heavy dew. I just wonder Oman influenced by that. Shakil Ahmed would have been a good option for me. He's been left out.
Beautifully bowled. Just taking a look at Shakil's performance as well through the tournament. I feel he's one of the better bowlers who's made a good account of himself. Getting a pacer for a spinner, or you prefer a like-to-like replacement? Gave that a wild swing, kept low.
Now I wonder, was this an under edge? Unless the umpire's forgotten to signal, he's given it as runs. Might have just been under edge. Probably hard to call it a chance. That's why it seems like it's kept low. Might have just come off the bottom of the bat. Yeah, Shakil Ahmed played in 2 of the group stage games, 2 for 28 against Bahrain, 1 for 21 against Kuwait, and that was a very high scoring contest against Kuwait, so good numbers there. He's generally very economical career in T20s under 7.
Quiet over, 4 coming off it, 7 gone, it's 56 for 2.
So a run through the points tables. Now obviously they haven't actually played 5, that's updated that as such, but Nepal won their group unbeaten, 4 from 4. Hong Kong, China squeezed through by the barest of margins, really just on net run rate ahead of Qatar, the other side that have won 2. Going to see a change in bowling. Zishan Maqsood will come on. And then in the other group, Oman were unbeaten, played 4 and won 4.
Worked it away for a single again. So the plan is to just about stitch a partnership. Yes, Andrew, as you talk about that particular pool, Nepal missing out today. They'll play a game tomorrow with a team that finishes second over here.
Yeah, big game as well. Spot in the Emerging Teams Cup on the line. And also, you don't want to end a campaign with a defeat, particularly 2 on the bounce. I thought Nepal were under par. They might have played to sort of 5 or 6 out of 10, but the UAE were outstanding. They really were.
Good overs here, coming in very handy. Aqib Ilyas gave 4 in his previous over, and Zishan Maqsood has begun well, just tightening the noose around the Hong Kong China batters in the middle. Quicker. At the toss, Zishan Maqsood stated something around 130, 140 is what they're looking to restrict the opposition, and Nizakat Khan was looking at something close to 170, 180 batting first.
I think the latter feels more like what this pitch is about. I think that's very optimistic from Zishan Maqsood. Side would need to bowl incredibly well, although they might be thinking if they get these 2, then absolutely they could make Hong Kong roll over. These overs, they're often overlooked. And more so the team of analysts that look after sides in T20 cricket, the data crunchers, those who look at the numbers, they look at overs 7 to 12 and they say they cannot be the fallow overs. The next 6 after the 6 in the power play, you've got to find a way to still score. Right now, Hong Kong aren't doing that.
Brilliant, 3 coming off Zishan Maqsood's first, and the last 2 only 7 runs have come. 8 gone, it's 59 for 2. What a delivery, what a ball. Aqib Ilyas strikes. Nizakat Khan has to walk back. Just about closing the face of the bat. A big gap between bat and pad. He's livid with himself. Hong Kong China lose their third.
Well, this man, he's turning into a superstar, isn't he? He really is. Okay, a little unfortunate. It's just one that skids on. It wasn't a googly, it was a leg break out of the front of the hand. And that's a byproduct of the 2 tight overs out of the power play. Hong Kong's captain felt he needed to get going, but instead he's been caught short. He's gone for 19, and Hong Kong 59 for 3.
Mohammad Aizaz Khan, he has work to do. A good strike rate close to 150. It hasn't got the runs he would have wanted to. And just when he was walking in and Captain Nizakat Khan was walking out, the message was, stay there, Aizaz. We need a partnership. Hong Kong, China need runs at a quick rate. But that came in, that was the wrong one. Aqib Ilyas, just like the way he's embraced bowling. I'll concur with you, Andrew. Superstar of Oman cricket. This could be close. The finger goes up. He strikes for the second time in the over. Aizaz Khan missing out. Hong Kong, China in deep trouble.
You know, he didn't know which way it was going, did he? And this is the problem for Hong Kong. They do not have a deep batting lineup, in my opinion. It's all about Babar now. It's a leg break. It's just skidded on. And did Aizaz get some glove on that? The umpire says no. He says it was pad first, even though he was a long way forward. And it's another one to fall. Aqib Ilyas turning this game on its head. It's all Oman now. It's 59 for 4. Yaser Arafat, new man to the crease. He starts with a leg break. Cannot give that out. It's turned far too far. Aqib thinks it's out. You'll need to watch the replay. It's ragged an absolute mile, and the umpire rightly is telling Aqib to get on with it.
Well, that's asking for too much. Just that the umpire was not too happy with Aqib Ilyas also just walking down the track. Walking down the pitch. Just a reminder, stay out of danger area.
Well, he's getting more than a reminder. He's getting a talking to. He's being dressed down there, and rightly so. It's excellent umpiring. The umpire's given the right decision. It's hit him outside the line. If anything, it's going to turn too much as well. You're of course entitled to appeal. You cannot carry on like that. Brilliant start though. A leg break to cut Arafat in half. Now an off break. Amazing skills from Aqib Ilyas.
And want to know what this is turning out to be. In the last 17 deliveries, only 8 runs have been conceded. That's the kind of discipline Oman has brought. The wrong one being played towards mid-wicket to end the over. Hayat will retain strike. 9 gone, it's 61 for 4.
Well, you saw there, we've got a new tournament leading wicket taker on his own. 11 wickets for Aqib Ilyas. You add into the dynamic, Mikhail, probably one of the best batters in the entire tournament, if not the associate game, full stop. And Aqib Ilyas, well, he's almost putting his nation on his back and carrying them home here towards a final. What a grand final that would be. Yes, Oman got the better of UAE in the group stages. I'm not sure it'll be the same on Sunday, but it would be a tantalising occasion for the two Gulf rivals to square off again come Sunday. For Hong Kong, they've got to get going. Babar Hayat, so key.
Oh yes, he holds the key. The last game he pulverized his opposition. Got 83 in 35 deliveries. They needed to get their runs at a required rate where they would qualify in terms of net run rate. He hit 9 sixes, but he had support there. Today it's a different situation.
I just want to touch a little bit more on Aqib Ilyas's bowling. It's amazing to think for the vast majority of the start of his career, really from 2015 all the way through, being honest with you, as recently as 2023, he didn't bowl. Bowled a little bit in 2019, 2 wickets, no wickets in 2021 when he was coming just about to stop playing the game because of that horrendous illness and injury that he had. But since then, he's bowled in every single game in 2022 and 23 and 2024. All 22 matches. And he's picked up 34 wickets in those games. At an average of in and around 12 or 13 and an economy rate of less than 6. Yes, Oman will have only played really associates. This is cut away. Nicely placed. Murtaza will get a boundary.
Much needed boundary as well. The runs have just dried up here at the Oman Cricket Academy. And Hayat and Murtaza may just about reassess how to take things forward.
So yes, all those bowling appearances will have come against associates. They have. In fact, in his whole career, he's only bowled 2 overs against a Test nation. They came against Bangladesh without success. But I just think he's such a different bowler now, as is Zishan Maksud, who tosses in a leg break. I think Aqib Ilyas could be in for an incredible World Cup. Could be quite something as we get to the drinks break, where Oman, they have the edge, well ahead because of that double strike from Ilyas. We'll have a drink. We'll have a break here in the commentary box too. It's 69 for 4.
You can download the ACC app right away and you can unlock everything that's happening around cricket. Also, you can do that by visiting our website, asiancricket.org. And all you Android and iOS users, you can quite certainly get that app on your mobile handsets and enjoy the exciting updates coming through the ACC app.
at the halfway mark. 69 for 4 Hong Kong, China. Most importantly, Babar Hayat is in the middle. 22 of 21 deliveries. And along with him, it is Yaser Murtaza. In the com box, it's going to be me, Pranav Mehta, and alongside me, my dear friend, Mikhail Vaswani. Incredible bowling from Aqib Ilyas, isn't it?
Oh yes, the control that he has is brilliant. The landing too, pitching it in the right areas.
Flighted inside edge, they will hustle for a single there. He's been asking those questions to which Hong Kong China have not had the answers.
He's mixing it up well, as we can see. The off spinner this time to the left-handed batter. He's got a very good wrong one that comes in sharply. And the leg spinner. This will be a good contest. Babar Hayat versus Aqib Ilyas.
Driven well down the ground. And he'll get off strike with that. I believe that Babar will want to take it a little deep before he goes with that launch or the attack. And definitely it is not going to be against the likes of Aqib Ilyas. Once again, the off spinner. And a little bit of misfield will allow them to get one, probably two. They're going to rush for the second, and they will get that second.
That should have been a dot ball. Ended up being two. Oman cannot afford to relax.
Flighted and another quick single. This is exactly what you want to do when a bowler is bowling really well.
Just looking at the composition of the playing 11 for Oman, I just wonder Kalimullah's inclusion in place of a spinner just surprised me a bit. Ideally, looking at Fayaz's form, I would get Kaleem for Fayaz and maybe retain Shakil, because in the two outings he hasn't done bad, he's done well. That's where I felt maybe getting in Kaleem was great, Pranav, because he's your frontline pacer. Just trying to understand Shakil's exclusion in this playing 11. We'll talk about it on the other side of the over. 11 gone is 75 for 4. And just coming back to our discussion, Zishan to continue.
There is a little bit of turn on offer on this wicket.
Yeah, in fact, Fayaz went for 11 in his first. I'm taking nothing away from the skill and the repertoire he carries, the reputation. Just that you want to go in with form players.
Have to agree with you there, Mikhail, because you have the stats on your side. Those performances from Shakil.
Numbers don't lie, Pranav. My only point was, if you're getting in Kaleem, you should have got him in place of Fayaz and maybe just kept Shakil in the side to add extra stealth in the spin department, and also he lends more variety with the bat and depth.
Struck well to Rafiullah. He doesn't drop many. He might have misfielded in the previous over at covers, but this is exactly what he does. One of the standout fielders of Oman. And he's got the back of Yaser Murtaza, who is looking to launch that one.
Got to give it to Zishan Maqsood. Got the leg spinner coming in. Didn't quite pick it. Got the toe end of the bat. And a nice catch taken. Safe pair of hands. Rafiullah. Yaser Murtaza throws it away at the score of 11. Half the side back in the dugout for Hong Kong China. It's 76 for 5.
Zishan Maqsood, the captain of Oman. So often they've been picking up wickets when it matters the most. And to face him, it's going to be his name counterpart, Zishan Ali. Numbers not in his favour, but that is something that he can work on in this all-important semi-finale number 2. The prize position in the finale. And what that does is, if you win this game, automatic qualification for the Emerging Cup, and you still have that position to claim in the Asia Cup. Turn an offer for Zishan Maqsood. They're going to be looking for the second. And even a very good throw from Kashyap Kumar Prajapati is going to not stop them from getting that second.
I just reckon Zishan Ali was struggling for the second run. It was touch and go. Direct hit would have clearly got everyone interested. Oh yes, UAE are through. Nepal will battle it out tomorrow once again for the third spot. Between any of these two sides who finished second today. What a player, what a captain, what a leader. Zishan Maqsood, bat ball in the field. So much of calmness. Smart operator. Making quick changes.
Turn an offer for Zishan Maqsood. Yes, no. Is the situation in the middle at the moment for Hong Kong China. 12 overs done, 78 for 5, Hong Kong China. That's been the situation so far. Anshuman Rath and Martin Kodzi came with their bat swinging, and they got a good start. Both departed back, one courtesy of Kalimullah, the other of Bilal Khan. And immediately after that, Aqib Ilyas with a double strike of Mohammad Nazakat Khan, the captain, and Mohammad Aizaz Khan to follow. Zishan Maqsood has got a wicket to his name as well in terms of Yasim Murtaza. But what matters for Hong Kong China is that name in the middle, Babar Hayat, 25-26. Zishan Ali has joined him as well.
Well, he'll not do much if the others don't hang around him. And that's very important for Zishan Ali to just about buy time alongside Babar Hayat.
Ayan Khan. Edged. And that's going to be penetrating the circle. And every time the ball penetrates the circle here at the Oman Cricket Academy, the ball does travel to the boundary.
And I reckon this will be a very, very decisive over. Ayan Khan has to settle into that line and length very early. You can term this as a loosener, short and wide. Hayat, very lucky to get away. It was in the air but between two fielders. But he'll just be readying himself for some big hits here.
Considering the way the match has panned out, and especially this situation, wouldn't it be wrong in saying that this is a game between Babar Hayat and Oman at the moment?
Absolutely. It's a very good comparison. Hong Kong China have a lot of quality in the ranks, but they've just not struck as a unit in this competition. That's been their problem.
Will rotate the strike, Zishan Ali. That's what he's there in the middle for. Runs have been there for Hong Kong China. Still over 7 overs to go in this contest in the first innings. There is a base to offer for Babar Hayat. He can cut loose. Another single. Babar Hayat has been looking good. And he's been looking very good.
You mentioned he can cut loose. The point is, the question is, when will Babar Hayat look to cut loose? That's because in 12.4 at 85 for 5, the runs also have to keep coming at a brisk rate. Because of those 5 wickets, Babar Hayat has had to bat out of his natural tendency.
Another thing that Hong Kong China will want to re-evaluate is how much do they want? How much do they want to have on the board? Another single conceded in terms of an extra.
A very nice glove work behind the stumps, Pratik Athavale. He continues to impress. Youngster, very good bat as well.
Flicked on the leg side. And with that single, it will be a expensive over from Ayan Khan. 9 runs up from it. 13 overs done. 87 for 5, Hong Kong, China.
They need to go at least 9 and over from here. Hong Kong, China. They need to cross the 150 mark. We saw earlier in the day, 119 was just not enough by Nepal.
Two ways to look at this. You get to the 15 over mark, get to 100, and then go for try to get 50 of the remaining 5, or you immediately start to make an impact here. Charged in from Zishan Maqsood.
Well, it all depends on how long Babar Hayat can stay in the middle. If he can bat 20, Hong Kong, China are going past 150. Also, if the others can bat around him. So it's all a Babar Hayat show from here on.
Good call, good call. Cannot take chance on Babar Hayat's wicket. Any chance whatsoever is going to be very costly. Flighted, flicked. There is sufficient protection in the deep on the leg side to keep it down to 1.
It's good bowling here by Oman. Very good bowling. Everyone has given a good account of themselves. Just like the way Zishan varies his pace and length, Pranav. You've seen more of him in the domestic circuit.
He's a thinking bowler. A thinking cricketer in all. He's going to be bowling the final delivery of his spell. 1 for 17 to his name so far. Incredible figures, considering the context of the game. And he's going to complete it there. Brilliant, brilliant figures for Zishan Maqsood. 4 overs done for him. 1 for 17 to his name. 14 done, 90 for 5, Hong Kong, China. Ayan Khan to continue. And he's been sliding down the leg side. Need to keep things tight here. All that Oman need to do is keep it tight against Zishan Ali and build some pressure on Babar. Dancing down the track. Flicked and a single to Zishan Ali.
Hong Kong, China have 5 wickets in hand, but it's all about how much of depth and muscle does this lower order have of Hong Kong, China. Ayan Khan has just about finding that groove for himself. He was a little costly in that first over of his. Missed out on a couple of few games at the start of the tournament.
Struck well and well fielded by the fielder at cover. He's down on the ground. He's in a lot of pain at the moment. Believe it's Fayaz, but
that's going to hurt. He's in pain. And I'll tell you what, only concern over here is hope he's not injured himself. Now this can be very, very painful. Fayaz Bhatt's on the ground. And he's back on his feet as well. That was quick. And that's not to his bowling hand, which means that should not be too much of a concern. He still has his 3 overs left, but that was so firmly struck. And by the end of it, Pranav, he did well to put his body on the line and stop that. It was from the bat of Babar Hayat.
That was seriously struck from the bat of Babar Hayat. Ayan Khan bowling in the arc of Babar Hayat, and the power of Babar Hayat behind that shot. It was so firmly struck. No time whatsoever to react. And that's much better from Ayan Khan. Finally getting his line and length, and every time that Ayan Khan gets his line and length, he looks like one of those standout bowlers.
Yes, lending a lot of balance with bat and ball. Fuller this time. Played towards long off. For a moment it looked like he'll launch into that. This has been a very good over.
3 runs of it so far. It's a brilliant comeback over from Ayan Khan. Previously leaking 9 runs in his first over. Dancing down the wicket, flicked, and will get 1 run to keep strike Zishan Ali. 4 runs of that over from Ayan Khan, as Hong Kong China are 94 for 5 at the end of 15. It does not matter wherever you are in this world. You're watching all these live actions from the Oman Cricket Academy. Ground number 1. This is the ACC Men's T20 Premier Cup 2024. And you can unlock cricket by downloading the ACC app right now. It's available on iOS and Android platforms. You could also visit our website, asiancricket.org. Lot of live updates available there.
15 overs, 94 for the loss of 5. Akib been brought back into the attack. A very strong player towards the deep mid-wicket. Zishan Ali. Another single toward the leg side. Babar Hayat. A lot depends on this batter, but looking good with the ball is Akib Ilyas. A rock star, superstar, Akib Ilyas. One more time, delivers for his team. Flighted delivery, inviting Babar Hayat to go big. Misses the line completely. Easy work for Pratik Athavale.
Well, brilliant bowling. Akib Ilyas is proving the difference between these teams right now. Babar Hayat, surely, with just 1 over remaining. Yeah, no problems with that at all. Might have just wanted to check were the gloves in front of the stumps. They clearly weren't. It's the big one. Never quite got going today like he did a few days ago. Babar Hayat's gone for 33. And Hong Kong, 95 for 6. Isan Khan, it's going to be at number 8. I'm not surprised this. I would have thought Nazrul Rana would have been at 8, but they're going with one of the grand old statesmen of the game in Hong Kong, and they have it all to do. There's shades of the game this morning, isn't there? Hong Kong have never really got into this contest. And the leg breaks, the off breaks, the mystery spin, that's the googly from Akib Ilyas, proving all too much for Hong Kong.
These two, Akib Ilyas and the captain Zishan Maqsood. This 8 overs. Brilliant spell we are witnessing. Couple of wickets for Zishan Maqsood. Aqib Ilyas getting better of Babar Hayat in this over. And look at that economy. Just 13 runs given in his 3.5 overs. A single. Just couple of runs and a wicket. Aqib Ilyas. What an spells. 4 overs going for just 14. 3 wickets to his name. 16 overs done. 96 for the loss of 6. But surprisingly, no Nasrullah. It was Ehsan Khan who came in at the fall of Babar Hayat. Zishan Ali, the wicketkeeper batter, 9 of 12. The spin will continue. Ayan Khan, 2 overs, 13 runs, wicketless so far. Another run towards the leg side. Very risky player, Zishan Ali.
Well, I'd like to see a wagon wheel, Mudassir. Zishan Ali. I think he's got 9, and I reckon 8 of the 9 have gone through that exact region. Problem is, there's been a lack of intent, isn't there? There's some intent and a bit of fortune. Fayaz Butt, who's miraculously recovered from that injury, is going to chase in vain. The 100's up in the 17th over.
And he will take those 4 runs. Why not? Ehsan Khan. Unlucky, I would say. Ayan Khan coming down the track. It away from the body. In fact, it was Zishan and a valiant chase, I would say, from Fayaz.
Yeah, sorry, my fault. That's actually the boundary going to Zishan Ali. The previous one was nudged into mid-wicket by Ehsan Khan in the shade of Zishan Ali, wasn't it? Now the innovation reverse sweep comes out. Ehsan Khan piles through. Problem for Hong Kong, they rely so heavily, don't they, upon Ansem Rath, Martin Coetzee. Usually that injury hasn't helped him. He's not looked fluent at all. Babar Hayat and the skipper Nizakat Khan. There is no Scott McKechnie in the squad. He obviously balances work with playing for his country. And the turn on offer will give the likes of Yaseem Mertatza some hope. Ehsan Khan himself definitely turn more in the afternoon, isn't it? But problem is, if Babar doesn't fire, Ansem and Rath's not at the best tournament. I don't know where the runs are coming from for Hong Kong. Not coming from the lower middle order.
That has been the story for Hong Kong throughout this tournament, except Nizakat, the captain, who got almost 190 runs to his name. He looked completely different apart from other batters. The likes of Ezaz Khan, an all-rounder, he was short of runs. So is the top order, Anshuman Rath, Murtuza. Inside is just saving Ehsan. So 8 runs from the third over of Ayan Khan, 17 overs done, 104 for the loss of 6.
Bilal Khan to return. Place he loves to bowl at the death. He's going to come around the wicket to Zishan Ali. And Zishan Ali gets one right out of the screws. And it clatters into the media centre. Gives us vibrations all the way up here in the commentary box. That's a bit more like it for Hong Kong.
Surprise. Throughout this innings, we have seen him taking those singles toward the leg side now. A bit fuller. What an extraordinary shot. A maximum, that too against Bilal Khan.
Been a little expensive today, isn't he? He's taken apart a touch at the top, although he did get that one wicket. You're always hero or villain at the top and at the death. More often than not, Bilal Khan is hero, as Ihsan Khan does well to hold his line, did nothing wrong. A nice apology between the two great veterans of their respective teams. I think Ihsan Khan's got a bit of a bruise as well.
Morning, we have seen Junaid Siddiqui and Karan Casey have that collision, but everything is fine. That apology. Game of spirit shown by these players. He has been a bit expensive, though he has got a wicket to his name. I wanted to be innovative here. Change of pace, not offering quick pace to Ihsan Khan, and he finds Naseem at short square leg.
Well, this is very, very tame. He's ended up behind the stumps, isn't he? Ihsan Khan, lucky he didn't trot on them. That's almost like catching practice in a drill. Not quite sure why he's up the order at number 8. He must have been showing something in training. We haven't seen it with the bat throughout the tournament. 2 off 8 for Ihsan Khan. As Hong Kong lose another. 1-1-1 for 7. Nazrul Rana at 9. Surely would have thought he'd have been in at 8. I'm not sure why Hong Kong have gone with Ihsan Khan up above the all-rounder. But he's there now, Nazrul Rana. 21 years of age. Career best of 36 in his 36 T20Is thus far. Good Yorker. Could have been a low full toss. Hong Kong's final four, one of the weakest final four in the tournament, really, when you think about. Certainly Ihsan Khan, a fine bowler. I like Ayush Shukla an awful lot as well, but they don't offer much with the bat.
Oh, absolutely. We're talking about final last 4, but heavily dependent on the top 4. A good comeback after going for a maximum. Nelson on board, and Nelson getting them a wicket. Look at that change of pace, rolling his fingers, caught in 2 minds. Nasrullah for plenty of runs, trying to make a good comeback, not leaking many runs after going for that maximum. Bilal Khan.
This over kind of sums up the innings, actually, doesn't it? Occasional moment of brilliance from Hong Kong, but then nothing to go with it. Flattering to deceive. Maximum from the first ball, single, then wicket, ... Bilal Khan's not been at his best, being honest. It's a full toss that's slashed away. Got to try and get a couple to get Zishan Ali back on strike. They will. So Rana's off the mark. It's 113 for 7. Well, now this is interesting. Fayaz Butt has been called to bowl the 19th. given the way the innings has gone, they might have gone with Ayan Khan. Is this a little chance for Hong Kong to pick up some late runs? Short and wide, but he's clothed it, isn't he, Zishan Ali? You look at the history of the Asia Cup, starting all the way back in 1984 through to the most recent edition last year that was played across Pakistan and Sri Lanka in 2023, where India were the champions. Since Afghanistan's ascension to Test status, and in fact even before that, they've been regulars in the Asia Cup. They've appeared in 3 editions. They will always qualify automatically now as a Test nation alongside Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka and India, who've all played in 13 editions, Sri Lanka in 14. And to go alongside the big boys for the associates, this goes a long way up, should be another catching opportunity. And Fayaz Butt has another. He's got his first. Oman of their 8th, and this is a very tame end here from Hong Kong.
A bumper and an excellent catch taken in the deep. Connected well. Not able to get the distance. Rafiullah, a well-judged catch taken, running all the way from deep mid-wicket. Not in control, not in command. Nasrullah. Fayaz but strikes at the right time. It's 114 for the loss of 8.
Atiq Iqbal to the crease, number 10. He's going to get off the mark. Zishan Ali, the last hope, really. He comes on strike. Just talking before that wicket, Mudassir, about appearances then from the associate sides against the big boys in the Asia Cup. Hong Kong have been there the most out of all the associates. They were there in 2004, 2008, and then 2018 too. That was the ODI format. We've actually also been to one T20I edition as well. That was the Trent Johnston-led side who qualified here. There'll be a wide outside the off stump. So they've been to 4 in total. And for UAE, they've been to 3. 2 in the ODI format in 04 and 08, and then the T20I format in 2016. For Oman, they have never qualified. Nepal, the only other ones to break that sequence. They had that wonderful journey last year, getting to play against India and Pakistan. I thought they did really well against India in particular. Fayaz Butt's left hand is still giving him some problems. This has gone miles up. Should be a chance again. Zishan Ali might be the latest to go. No, put down. At the Vale, called the fielder off. It was much closer to Bilal Khan, and the catch goes down.
And look at that reaction from Pratik Atavale. He was never interested, Bilal Khan. It was miles up in the air. Straight near Bilal Khan. But he was not keen. Valiant effort coming from wicketkeeper Pratik Atavale. I'm talking about the 2018 Asia Cup where Hong Kong qualified. They came almost near to beat India, chasing 270 odd runs. Anshuman Rath got 100 and Nizakat got 80-90 odd runs under his belt. Cut hard or racing towards the fence. What an incredible shot. Zishan Ali getting those quick runs for his team.
That's not a particularly good delivery, is it? It's short, it's wide, it's a buffet ball. Help yourself. Gets right on top of the bounce, and even though he doesn't get it far behind square, it still races away. I think it was the attempted off-cutter, just not executed from Fayaz Butt. Does Zishan Ali say, give me the single and give me the strike, or does he try to cash in off one more ball from the 19th? He'll keep the strike. So what can he do from Bilal Khan's final over? It's 1-2-3 for eights. But yeah, looking at those three associate sides that have got to the Asia Cup before, is there a real chance this time for Oman? They're massive favourites in this semi-final. Do you like their chances against UAE? Could be a hell of a contest on Sunday.
This is a team who went on to defeat in UAE in the league stages, and they were incredible in that game. They played as a unit, and this will be the first time they want to win this final. This will be the first time entry for Oman if we talk about the Asia Cup, wherein UAE missed an opportunity in 2023 playing that final against Nepal. It was a one-way traffic, and Bilal Khan will be bowling the final over, pulling it away from Zishan. Good start.
Helped around the corner. Good innovation. One bounce will get four. Well, credit to Zishan Ali. He's the only one who's really hung around and at least tried to show some fight for Hong Kong.
The innovative, going down on one knee, and he knows there is no protection in the deep. A good looking shot, a much needed boundary. The lone warrior for Hong Kong. Can he take them past 135?
Yes, a warm welcome along to the coverage today. If you're enjoying it, Andrew Leonard here alongside Yaser Ali. Yaser at the barber yesterday, were you? Look at that, very fresh, fresh cut to you there.
Never share your secrets with Andrew. One more head towards cow corner. Excellent effort coming from KP. Just a single.
Zishan Ali screams in frustration. They had to take on the second. He now kicks the turf. The throw was wide. Yes, if it was accurate, he probably would have been run out. But I think you've got to risk it at this stage with 3 balls left. How was that barber visit? Went well?
You need to give me that feedback.
You look great, mate. Looking magnificent.
Thanks a lot. And the address given to me, it was you yourself, Mr. Andrew.
Bowls him straight past the defences of Atiq Iqbal. That's why they had to run the second. Bilal Khan is gorging on the Hong Kong lower order. He's just adding wickets to that tally. 3 to his name now. Not even a celebration from the class left arm seamer.
Because as per his standards, he knows that he has leaked plenty of runs, but what matters are the wicket columns for Bilal Khan. 128 for the loss of 9. Yorker nowhere near the ball. A wild swing misses the line completely. The 9th wicket going down. It's 128 on board.
Ayush Shukla at number 11. Can he get a single? Can he give Zishan Ali the strike? Yeah, does his job. Well done. Only very small things, but why oh why Isan Khan is above Nazrullah Rana? Why Ayush Shukla is beneath Atiq Iqbal? There's been a few strange decisions, isn't there, in the Hong Kong camp? They haven't felt the happiest throughout the tournament. They've had 2 defeats. They squeezed through on the last day, really thanks to Babar's brilliance. But they've not been anywhere near their best.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially against Saudi Arabia. They leaked 200 runs. And they went on to lose that game by 55, 56 runs margin. Final ball of this innings. The good news, Zishan on strike. Just managing to put near Zishan. So Zishan Ali will remain unbeaten on 36, and with that single, Hong Kong finishes on 130 for the loss of 9 in their allotted 20 overs.
Well, I think 30 under par at a minimum, maybe even more, being honest. It's a very good batting surface. We didn't see anything like the movement we saw this morning, and you can see Oman almost saying job done. Not completely done. The pat in the back from Akib Ilyas for Zishan Ali, who did show some fight, credit to him. But really, outside of him and Babar Hayat in the middle, well, there's not a lot to cheer here. 33 for Hayat, 36 for Zishan Ali. Really disappointing efforts from the rest.
Getting a start, they were unable to convert the starts into a big score. And looking at the bowling card, 6 bowlers have been used by the captain. Pick of the bowlers, Bilal Khan, though he has gone plenty of runs, he has got 3 wickets to his names. Akib Ilyas Sulheri was brilliant, 4 overs, 14 runs, 3 wickets to his name. Wicket apiece to Kalimullah, Fayaz Butt and Zishan Maqsood. Ayan 3 overs, 20 but wicketless. Bowlers doing a pretty good job and keeping Hong Kong to 130 for the loss of 9.
Yeah, excellent performance from Oman, being, I think, not quite at their best in this tournament despite being 4 from 4. I think they have plenty of room for improvement, but today they were excellent. And after a nice start from Martin Coetzee, who got a bit of a liking to Bilal Khan in particular, picking up 3 boundaries. That was the one, he just fended away from his body. Look at the injury again. And then Nizakat Khan came together alongside Ansem and Rath, but he was dismissed off an under-edge good catch coming forward from Athawele. And then a moment of fortune for Khan before Hayat started to get into the act with a few boundaries of his own. He took a liking to Kalimullah, who didn't come back, and but was welcomed with, well, the most glorious stroke for 6, and then a cover drive from a half volley for 4. At that point you thought Hong Kong were really starting to come into their own, and you felt that that 3rd wicket partnership would be a key one. As soon as spin came on, though, the game turned on its head.
Akib Ilyas and Zishan Maqsood doing the damage in the middle overs. One after the other batters came in, went out cheaply. This was an ordinary shot from Murtaza. And Ayan going for plenty of runs in his first over. And Akib, what a peach of a delivery here, giving flight, bowling it away from the batter. Some lucky runs for Ehsan Khan and Zishan Ali. They tried their best, especially Zishan Ali. All important 30 odd runs for the wicketkeeper batter, but not getting much needed support from the other end. The bowlers, the fast bowlers came back quite well. The death overs, getting those wickets. This was a chance created by Fayaz, but a couple of boundaries at the end from the blade of Zishan Ali. The only hope for Hong Kong. At the end he remained unbeaten, and Hong Kong China managed to put 130 on board in their allotted 20.
We'll be back with all the action in less than 10 minutes time, where Oman, well, they look in a prime position, don't they, to join their old rivals UAE in the final on Sunday. Hong Kong will have it all to do with the ball. Can they pull off a rather extraordinary comeback? Find out with us live inside 10 minutes.
Welcome back to the Oman Cricket Academy. Believe it or not, this is semi-final number 2 and Oman have brought their A game to the ground. 130 is where they restricted Hong Kong China to, and 131 is what they require to book that place in the finale. Alongside me, it's going to be Andrew Leonard. What do you think, Andrew? Any chance whatsoever for Hong Kong China?
Look, Oman huge favourites on their home soil, the ground that they know so well. They've played so much cricket at. They had really good prep, 5 games against Namibia. Even though they lost that series, it was excellent prep against one of the best associates in the world. And they've got plenty of men in form. Hong Kong, really not quite the same. They do have some good bowlers. Shukla I've been impressed with. Really love the way in which Yaser Arafat bowls his left-arm orthodox as well, and Isan Khan's been in the wickets, 9 to his name. But Prajapati and indeed Naseem Kushi, the new opening partnership for Oman. And despite that run out the other day, I'd expect them to get off to a flying start in the power play and potentially make very light work of this 130. It's under par by a distance, as we saw this morning. 120 was nothing like enough for Nepal. Nepal had a few excuses. The ball swung around, it did all sorts. Look at that strike rate for Kushi in this tournament, 240. But no real excuses for Hong Kong. The pitch has played well, the surfaces have been excellent. We've seen 170, 180 be the average number on both of the grounds, even higher over on the second ground. So Hong Kong are going to need to be at their best to stay alive in the hunt for an Asia Cup place. Oman have never been there. They could, if they can hunt this down, be just 1 game away. Here we go, 1-3-1 to win.
Ayush Shukla, and immediately a big shout. And this is the kind of start that you require as Hong Kong China. A wicket of the very first delivery if you're defending a paltry 131.
The dream start. Nepal got an early wicket, a big one in the shape of Mohammad Wasim this morning. Look at this. Very first delivery, a feather of an edge. I think Prajapati knew it was that guilty look back at the umpire. Finger went up immediately. It's a golden duck. Prajapati's gone for none. It's none for one.
Hong Kong China have drawn first blood and very early in this game. These are the kind of starts that you want if you're defending a very low score. A couple of wickets here and there, and immediately what could happen is Oman could go in its shell, and that's where Hong Kong China could capitalize on this game.
Akib Ilyas, well, what a player he is. Definitely in the mix for the player of the tournament. I think he's been sensational the way he's gone about things, particularly with his bowling. Hasn't batted with a huge amount of fluency, as that strike rate of 116 would indicate. He'll still be key.
Looking to cut at the moment. The advantage that Akib Ilyas has got is that Naseem Kushi has gone bonkers, and that's allowed him to just settle in and just play that second fiddle.
One of the surprises for me with Kushi's elevation up to the top of the order, I think it's been a revelation. It's been a good move, really good move. Don't know why he doesn't face the first ball. You want to take as much of the strike as you can in the first 6.
Down the leg side will be signalled as wide. Yes, you want to, but all he requires is out of those 36 deliveries, maybe if he can face like 12, 15 deliveries, that's enough to make an impact.
You want him to face more than that. If you've got a guy who's going to score at 2 runs per ball, you're sending him up to take advantage of the fielding restrictions, the 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle in those first 6. Get him to face more. Don't know why he wouldn't be on strike. I think that's probably a personal preference thing for him.
It's worked. It's worked in his favour. You do know that batters have their own preferences, likes, dislikes. And that's where Naseem Khushi likes to be the number 2. And it's worked for him. It's worked for him in a big way. Ayush Shukla. So often he gets those wickets in the very first over for Hong Kong, China. And that's so integral, especially in the T20 format. This occasion defending just 131. What a shot. What an incredible shot from the bat of Naseem Khushi. Never looked to keep it down, showing the full face of the bat. He is the man in form and he's the danger man.
Yeah, this is quality, isn't it? All the more reason why he should be facing the first ball. Full face of the bat. Slightly over pitch, yes, but oh, lovely hold of the pose. Talk about making a shape of 9. Immediately the slip comes out. He's going to go into catching mid-wicket. Just one shot. Look at how it changes the dynamic of the game, the mindset of the chase. Outstanding stroke.
Yes, they have got a wicket of the very first delivery, but they are on the defense because they don't have a lot.
I just want to draw your attention to this. Look at that shape he makes. Outstanding, full extension of the arms. You want to drive aerially. You talk about driving along the ground. You want to make a shape of 9. That's with your top and bottom arm and then the bat beneath it. That 9 just kept going and it went all the way for 6.
Dancing down the track, outside edge. Yes, luck favours the brave, and this is Naseem Khushi making the most of it. 1 gone, 12 on the board already, and Kashyap Kumar Prajapati has walked back.
Well, first slip still in play. They're 2 down. A little bit like I was critical earlier of Rohit Powell not having the slip in for Lalit Rajbanshi. It's the exact same here for Hong Kong. For Nizakat Khan, only way you win this game is by taking wickets. You don't restrict the opposition's runs to a point whereby which the net run rate will come into play. Some of the gathered dignitaries up on the balcony, the VIPs enjoying the action. Beautiful way to spend a Friday afternoon at this fantastic facility. You have to have a slip in there. If you do, Khushi's gone and it's game on. Instead, Oman get 12 from the first over.
He's so critical, isn't he? Reduces the pressure, removes the pressure rather, of the other batters just by his elegant stroke making. Never looks to take shy down from a contest here. Atiqul Rahman. He's one of those swing bowlers. In a while, you'll have the wicketkeeper coming to the stumps for him.
Just going to get a look at those 2 key moments in the last over. Get a look at this. This is the 6. Don't get me wrong. Brilliant shot. Slightly over-pitched. What happens? Press the panic button. Slip comes out, goes into mid-wicket. You turn negative. Last ball of the over. That would have been straight to first slip. A comfortable catch.
What a shot. What an incredible shot. He might have the deep square leg in play, but Aqib Ilyas has gone bonkers here. He loves to play that sweep shot to a medium pacer. Atiqul Rahman is nothing more than a medium pacer, and he is destroying Atiqul Rahman here.
Yeah, lovely shot. He's a medium pacer. He's got a simple game plan. He bowls stump to stump. You may see the keeper come up sooner rather than later. But with 2 fielders outside the circle, a very true batting surface. Oh, that is marvellous from Aqib Ilyas. Has been a little bit slow to get going in all of his innings thus far. Not so today. Starts with a maximum from just his 4th delivery.
What a player. Aqib Ilyas, the man with the glasses. Sliding down the leg side, that's not where you want to be bowling. And with that, Aqib will get off strike with a single.
Thought he bowled really nicely Atiq Iqbal against Malaysia. 4 overs, 2 for 25 were his figures. Just kept things very simple, but they're different conditions this afternoon. The Panama hats are out, binoculars around the neck. That's how you go and watch your cricket. Sunglasses on too. Looking good, gentlemen. And I'm sure you're enjoying all of the home team's success here. They're looking very, very good right now to be one game away from an Asia Cup.
This is more of a matchup, and it is the man in form who is going to be walking back, Atiqul Rahman. Just as we mentioned, this was more of a matchup because Naseem Khushi likes pace on, and with the pace of Atiqul, he's always going to be in two minds.
Well, he's making it look like it's kept low. I'm not sure it has. It's hit nearly the top of off. It's just not the right shot, is it? Feet went nowhere. Really good back of a length delivery. You hit the top of off as a bowler, you're always in the game. It was short but sweet for Khushi. 1-4, 1-6, but he's gone for 10. It's 19 for 2.
For the very first time in this tournament, it's going to be Pratik Atavale walking in, and he's walking in prior to Zishan Maqsood for the very first time, coming in early. It's going to be very interesting. It's a very good decision in my opinion, Andrew, because Pratik Atavale is generally an opener. He's got a lot of runs with Kashyap Kumar Prajapati right at the top before Oman decided to switch to Naseem Khushi, and it's worked for Oman. But Pratik Atavale, a very handy bat, quality.
It's a really interesting move, isn't it? I don't see Zishan Maqsood there. He may be in the dressing room just to the right of Duleep Mendes there, the head coach. Maqsood's batted 4 as long as I can remember in recent times for Oman. I would have thought they'd have wanted the skipper's experience at the crease, having lost too early in the chase. It's another wicket taking over, but 9 runs come from it too. It's 21 for 2. And there's two of our marvellous umpires. Oh, Rahul Asher and Viswanathan Kalidas are both giving some out. They're practicing giving some out up on the balcony. Great to see them. They actually came up to the commentary box earlier. I wanted to see our view. Could it just have been that Zishan Maqsood was having a comfort break? He wasn't ready to come out and bat. It feels like a really strange move to me. You surely want your most experienced player out there. This is the first time Atavale's batted at number 4 for Oman.
As a captain, you want to build confidence up your players, and that's where Zishan Maqsood has become more of a man manager. The way he utilizes his players is second to none. Absolute genius. Sliding down the leg side. It is Ayush. This is not going to be helping Hong Kong China. What happens with Pratik Atavale coming in at number 4 is that Zishan Maqsood comes in at number 5, and suddenly there is a lot of depth up in the batting lineup.
Well, it makes very little sense to me. I would have thought that Maqsood, with all his quality, his experience, look at the way they played together, him and Aqib Ilyas in that must-win game against Kuwait. There's going to be a couple who might think about a third here. Atavale is very quick. Now Ilyas is slow to take off, but Isan Khan fumbles it, so they'll get 3. So the boundary save doesn't save 3, it saves 1. But I thought they played lovely and they set it up nicely then for Ayan Khan and Atavale et al. To come in and apply the finishing touches. 96 off the last 6 against Kuwait. But instead they've gone with a new option. Interesting to see how he goes.
My understanding is Pratik Atavale is a floater in the side. Every time that Oman loses 2 quick early wickets, he can come in and take control of the situation, that swing. He's a genuine opener. So that's a little easier for him. Believe it or not, this is the last thing that Hong Kong China would have wanted. It's from the hands of one of the best fielders of Hong Kong China, Babar Hayat and Aqib Ilyas was in a lot of trouble there.
It's Pratik Athavele who's been dropped, and being honest, it's a dolly. You get your two hands up above your head, they stick 9 times out of 10. He doesn't know where the ball is. Athavele, his first stay at the crease at 4, should have ended on 1. And Ayush Shukla cannot believe it. Oman continuing to play their shots. There's no net run rate in play here.
Brilliant batting from Aqib Ilyas. All along the ground, one of the tougher shots in cricket on drive. And this was more of a flick from the bat of Aqib Ilyas.
It's just a clip off the legs, isn't it? And the reason this is so easy for Aqib Ilyas, he's bowling to a 6-3 field. Now it changes. Feels like they're behind the 8 ball at every step here, despite those 2 early wickets. Hong Kong inconsistencies have plagued them throughout this tournament. They bowled 15 balls, gone for 30, and they've got 2 wickets. Right on cue, that man there said 2 wickets, 2 in the hutch.
They need much more, Hong Kong China. If they are going to make a match out of this, they need the back of Aqib Ilyas and probably Pratik Athavale very, very quickly. Pratik Athavale is not going to shy down from a contest here. He's come here to express himself. He's a free-throwing, elegant player. And in the power play, he can make an impactful knock. Shot and a quick single will allow Aqib Ilyas to get off strike. It's been that kind of a day for Hong Kong China. Things haven't worked for them with the bat. Now dropping catches. Ayush Shukla generally very tight, leaking runs in terms of extras. Things just not working for them at the moment. Ayush Shukla to Pratik Athavale and a dot ball. End of over number 3. Oman 31 for 2. Yaser Murtaza, the left arm spinner, will come into the attack. 3 wickets in this tournament so far for him. Economy not too bad. And a lot will be expected out of him.
He's a lovely bowler to watch, and maybe this is just to kind of take the pace out of the game, take the sting out of the game for 1 second. Because it's been manic, isn't it? Absolutely manic thus far. Run rate over 12 and 2 wickets already in the first 3 overs. Shots keep coming though, don't they? Aqib Ilyas looks determined to score quickly. Isan Khan's 4 overs will be important. He's taken 9 wickets in just 4 games thus far. He's been right in and about the top wicket takers until Ilyas has gone by him. But certainly from this position, Hong Kong need to rein things back, need more wickets.
Watchful at the moment. Pratik Athavale does like that inside out shot. Loves the slog over mid wicket as well. But at the moment does realize Oman doesn't need a lot and he's happy to be watchful. Shot piercing that gap between mid-on and mid-wicket. Runs are leaking and they're coming in terms of boundaries for Oman.
A really good stroke this. He's had that life dropped on one by Babar Hayat, but look at the footwork here. Just a fraction short and picks the gap really nicely. Got to get that mid-wicket straight here. For me, he's in completely the wrong angle. Key man always, for your left arm spinner, for your leg spinner, turning the ball away from the bat. Key man is at mid-wicket. He's changed the field entirely. Deep backward square legs come up into the circle and deep mid-wicket's gone out. So it's a 6-run over to start with from Yaser Arafat. Oman in full control, 37 for 2.
Believe the ploy is to bowl paces from one end and spinners from the other, because Atikul is warming up to come in. Interesting.
Usually this is the move. You get a seamer, if he bowls one from one end in the power play, he'll come in and bowl the final over from the other end. Final over the power play, that is. And almost like an old-fashioned English club bowler, isn't he? Just keeps things very simple, nibbles it about. He'd be very good in England in April or May. And green seaming wickets. Comes in, simple action, very effective, doesn't miss too much. Hong Kong desperately need another wicket.
Going for a quick single, directed was curtains probably for Pratik Atavale. Want to say good running, but not able to see so.
Well, I think he could have gone either end here, and I think both would have been run out. The advantage of throwing to the keeper would have been he wouldn't have needed a direct hit. Aqib Ilyas was really struggling against the skipper, Nizakat. I'm pretty sure he would have been gone for all money. He's hit it firmly to mid-off on the back foot and just called yes immediately. Oh yes, out of the picture. So the drop catch followed up by a missed run out chance. To defend low totals, everything has to go your way. Babar Hayat guilty of the drop, and now Nizakat Khan unable to affect the run out. I think if he'd thrown to the keeper's end, they could have had Ilyas, the big wicket, even without a direct hit. Zishan Ali was screaming at his skipper for the ball.
They need wickets here. Hong Kong, China. Up in the air, over covers. And this is going to be falling just behind deep covers. And in the process, they're going to be running for a couple. The equation fairly straightforward. 90 of 92. That's not going to be troubling Oman.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why Oman continue to play a shot a minute. They don't need to play a shot every ball. I mean, helter-skelter out there.
There are occasions where you're just looking to bat your opponent out of the game, and that's exactly what Oman is trying to do here. They've lost their star batter in the process, Naseem Khushi. Would have wanted Naseem Khushi to play around 20-25 deliveries, and that could very well be game set match for Hong Kong China. That's the class, that's the quality of Naseem Khushi. Off the outside edge, and they will get a single to end the 5th over. 5 overs done, 42 for 2 Oman. It doesn't matter which part of the world you are in. You can unlock cricket by downloading the ACC app on iOS or Android platforms. You could also visit www.asiancricket.org. A lot of content on offer. And that's where you want to be if you follow cricket. Everything and anything with relation to Asian cricket is on offer. And with that, it's going to be Mudassir joining me in the combox. Mohammad Aizaz Khan. The softest of dismissals. Pratik Atavale, he was looking edgy. He was looking nervous. Was dropped earlier by Babar Hayat. On this occasion, Aizaz Khan is not going to be missing on to that one.
Ball just stopping and coming on the blade of Pratik, and it was a premeditated shot from Pratik Atavale. He strikes on the very first ball. Aizaz Khan, the partnership, it was looking good. Comes Chen and adding 11 of 13 with the help of a 4. Slow walk for Pratik Atavale. 42 for the loss of 3. Going at almost 8 runs per over. The problem has been they have lost with 3 top order wickets. KP for a golden duck, then Naseem Khushi. Now Pratik Atavale, the wicket keeper, is also back in the head. In comes the captain Zishan Maqsood, 87 runs to his name, 43 average and a strike rate of 161 with the help of 8 fours and 4 maximum so far in this tournament. 2 experience and top run getters for Oman out there in the middle. Zishan Maqsood joining Aqib Ilyas. What a start for this boy Aizaz Khan. All eyes will be on Zishan and Aqib. They have dropped a chance put on by Babar Hayat couple of overs ago. After that there was a chance for a run out. Could not get the direct hit Nizakat Khan, but luckily no mistake done by Aizaz Khan. In the air towards the third man region of the mark with that single.
Yes, Oman have lost those 3 wickets and all 3 very good batters. But in the process, that scoring rate ever so important, especially in the power play. And what that will result in is in Oman bats really deep and there is not a sufficient amount of pressure that is accumulated on Oman.
Struck nicely but unable to beat the fielder. So trying to make a comeback is Hong Kong, China, and let's head down to the sidelines where Mikhail Vaswani is out there with a special guest.
2 is in the balance. Great fight back here by Hong Kong, China. The bowlers are showing a lot of mettle and a lot of teeth as well. No better time to just grab hold of their bowling consultant, former Pakistan international, Yaser Arafat. Yaser, wow, what a moment in the game. 43 for 3. What was the talk at the halfway stage? 130 for 9 on this surface to defend, never going to be easy.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, we didn't score too many runs in the first inning, but the key thing was that the message was to the bowlers was to get early wickets, and that's what we did so far. And hopefully, by bringing the spinners on after the power play, we'll put more pressure on the batting side. So hopefully, we'll get more wickets in the middle.
Right, that's the plan. But what are the areas, the channels? We talk about hard lengths. On this surface, there's very little margin for error for a bowler, considering it's being batting oriented all the way.
The message we got from the first inning from the ball and from the batsman was that the pitch is turning. If you compare the first game looks the pitch looks very flat, but now it's turning. So obviously, if the set batsman is batting, so make sure that the bowlers keep the ball away from the batters, wide Yorker, a slow ball, but again not in their slot away from the batters.
Right. Your role as a bowling consultant with Hong Kong China, the experience, and what is the kind of Pakistani influence that you are trying to get into it? Because we know you all are the fine exponents of seam swing bowling.
Yeah, obviously my own experience, I'm trying to transfer those experiences which I got from Pakistan and playing for county in county cricket. So again, it's a slow and steady thing because there's a lot of youngsters in the side. So I'm keep pushing them and try physically, technically, and obviously tactically as well.
Right. Do you see a big gap between the associate and international level in terms of the bowling skills and their kind of knowledge which you are trying to impart, or you feel they are quick at learning and they are pretty much there as well?
Obviously, I mean they learn as the day goes and over the period of time. But again, if you consider the associates nation, the most important thing for the players to play domestic cricket a lot, the club cricket and the facilities. If they got these kind of facilities in their countries, I mean they will learn a lot from those conditions. Yeah.
Right. We'll once again talk about that score, 44 for 3. If you had to send somebody for a message to your bowlers, what will be that message right now?
Because obviously Akib is playing well. So, but the new batsman, we want to squeeze the fielders, especially in the ring, put pressure on the ball, on the batsman, bowl few dot balls, and make the batsman make mistakes. So hopefully they will do it. Yeah.
Right. Hopeful it is, and good fight back here by Hong Kong China. And it's been wonderful talking to you as well. I'm sure you'll be looking for 2-3 more wickets to just about have this game by the scruff of its neck. Fingers crossed for you, certainly indeed. Thank you for your time. Good luck to Hong Kong China.
Thank you.
Right, bowling consultant of Hong Kong China, Yaser Arafat, lending his views on the game. It's back to the commentators.
Zishan Maqsood, Akib Ilyas out there in the middle, and thanks a lot, Mikhail Waswani and bowling coach of Hong Kong, Yaser Arafat. Look at that experience coming in from Zishan Maqsood. Not at all in a hurry. Trying to stitch a partnership. Rotating the strike by taking those singles.
Now what do you do from here? Hold back, take it deep, or a score like 130, you just want to have a dash at it and make it very mediocre.
Modest total, Pranav, and they can play out a couple of dot deliveries. That won't be a problem. They have that luxury to play those dot deliveries, and in the meantime, a good looking placement. Excellent timing from Akib Ilyas, using the pace of Atikul, going past the diving third man. All important 4 runs.
What a shot. Akib Ilyas. This is Akib Ilyas version 2.0. Not having a dash, playing intelligent cricket, piercing the infield. And he's suddenly become a mathematician because he's bisecting the field. And he's bisecting the field to perfection here, Mudassar. Brilliant. Rotation of strike immediately after the boundary. 8 runs of the over so far with the ball to go. This is incredible cricket from the captain and the vice captain.
And look at that, all of a sudden, 8 runs. They've got that boundary, all important boundary. Cut nicely, no chance for the third man. Excellent piece of batting. 12 runs from that over of Atikul. Happy dugout, Ayan Rafiullah, Shakil Ahmed. He knows the importance of this partnership. Width offered and nicely managed.
No chance whatsoever. If it comes from the bat of Zishan Maqsood, he's a strong lad and he cuts hard. What wonderful striking. A lot of young fans, under 19 fans of the Oman national cricket team, and ahead of them is the head coach in the center, Amir Kaleem. On his left, it is Amir Ali. He's been working very hard in getting them ready. They recently won a tournament. Believe that was in Malaysia. You were there for it, weren't you? No? 7 overs gone, 55 for 3 Oman.
And in comes Master Ehsan Khan, bowling his first over. The calm and composed dugout of Oman. Two experienced batters out there in the middle, Zishan Maqsood and Aqib Ilyas doing that repair work. 4 matches, 9 wickets to his name, an economy of 7.69. Can he create a magic here with the ball? Ehsan Khan, and joining me in the combo for the first time in this game is Mikhail Vaswani. Looking good, Oman, though they have lost 3 wickets. Left hand, right hand combination doing wonders.
All right, time to steady the ship is what Zishan Maqsood says. Exactly. Mudassir. Seven and 5 for him. He has to steady the ship and bail his team out of trouble. The surface is doing something, particularly for the spinners. We saw that when Ilyas was bowling and Maqsood as well, and Ehsan Khan now with the left-handed batter is getting to do the same. Cut away. Wouldn't mind a little bit of more attacking feel, a slip in place maybe just to apply pressure. I know the runs are not on the board to defend, but you've got to get this man out early.
Defending a modest total. They've got 3 wickets, but they need these 2 wickets. Doing quite well is the experience of break bowler. Modern day cricket, still there is a life for off break bowler.
Don't see many of them these days in international cricket, but quite certainly Ehsan Khan has been around for a while. He knows a thing or two in such situations. Looks to go for the reverse. Is productive as well. Under pressure gets a boundary. This is a very fine hit by Maqsood. Never easy to get that going. And this will help the nerves. And look at the dressing room cheering every run from here on. They know the importance of this game.
He's up against the experienced Zishan Maqsood. Hit 3 dot deliveries. Goes for the reverse shot, connects well. Getting better of Ehsan Khan. So 6 runs from the first over of Ehsan Khan. That single, Oman moves to 61 for the loss of 3 at the end of over number 8. Change of end for Azaz Khan. Assisting with those cutters. It's almost a run a ball for Oman. With Sir Dilip Mendes, the head coach of Oman. A formidable side we are witnessing. Oman are doing a pretty good job. You were there in Nepal where they defeated Nepal in the finals.
Oh yes, I did ask this question to Zishan Maqsood at the toss. I asked him, the core of his team has remained for a very long time. It hasn't changed much. Is that the reasons why they perform really well in marquee events like the qualifiers for the World Cup or this He said that's one of the reasons, but he also stated that the new players coming in, the youngsters, they've also grabbed opportunities, making life easier for them. So even though it's youth and age, the inexperience is not showing over there, which was a very good point.
Absolutely, the likes of Pratik Attavale, though they have the service of Naseem Khushi as a wicket keeper, they gave a chance to Pratik. So is the case with Ayan Khan, the left-arm orthodox, and Rafiullah, another talented all-rounder who comes low down the order and get those quick runs for your team.
Nicely worked away. They're running the first run fast, and they'll get a comfortable 2. We spoke about Rafiullah. The reason why Naseem Khushi now is allowed to open is because the finisher's role. There we talk about youth and age. That was Naseem Khushi, Kalimullah coming back into this game. It's a very good bunch, very strong side. The reason why Naseem Khushi can open now is because Rafiullah has taken that. That's Naseem Khushi there. Oh, that's aerial. That's a poor shot. Fielder coming underneath. This could be wicket number 4. It is. The big man Maqsood has to depart. Captain Nizakat takes the catch. Azhar strikes. Oman are making life difficult for themselves.
Oh, what a spell he's delivering for his teams. Striking for the second time. He's got Pratik Attavale now, the big fish. Change of pace, rolling the fingers has been the key for Ejaz. Caught in the trap was Zishan Maqsood. Miles up in the air, under pressure. A good catch taken by Nizakat Khan. What an important breakthrough provided by Azaz. Zishan Maqsood managing 15 of 14 with the help of 2 fours. They have lost their 4th wicket, 65 on board.
Ayan Khan, he's been drafted in the side just for this situation. 61 runs for him, another very fine talent. He can win you a game with bat, ball in the field. What a time for him to walk out. Partnership, but the good news for Oman is Aqib Ilyas is still there. Mudassir. 9 gone, it's 66 for 4 and he went full over.
Got the big wicket of Zishan Maqsood in the previous over. All of a sudden, in attacking mode, is captain's Nizakat. Comes into position. Is the point, short cover, mid on, and short mid wicket. Nicely managed on the back foot. You're talking about the mixture of youth and experience. One of them is Ayan Khan, such a talented all-rounder, though he was a bit ordinary in this tournament with the ball, but still looks good with the bat. Required run rate around 5.91. That's not a big problem for Oman. The problem has been the wickets going down at a regular interval.
Yes, and all of a sudden this 130 is looking like 180, 190 for them. That required rate still at 6, so that's not going to mount as pressure.
Showing some respect to Hassan Khan and a good strategy, I would say, from the batters of Oman. Not trying to take on Ahsan. Nicely managed on the back foot using the wrist.
The Oman dugout will still want to believe because it's 130. It shouldn't be that much of a concern. Good to see support for the home team.
Making sure not to give away wickets to Ahsan Khan. He's creating that pressure from his end. Played with soft hands, a quick single, and as a tight over from Ahsan Khan comes to an end. Just 3 runs of his second over. Half of the over was done. 69 for the loss of 4, and it's time for drinks break.
Well, the second half, lovely to see some of the Oman under-19s here. They've won the second division, I think, of the ICC under-19s Asia qualifiers and qualified through to the Division 1 of the Asia region, where they'll play off for a spot in the World Cup in 2026. Yet to get to a under-19s World Cup, but they'll have a real chance. It's been UAE and Nepal that have dominated the region in recent times, but with these fantastic facilities here in Oman, the youth of Muscat and beyond are getting a real chance. Inside, Amir Kaleem is there. Great to see him, the former Oman national team player, still playing domestically, doing a really good job. He's the head coach of that side. So here we go. There are fraction more than a run a ball required. 61 to tie, 62 to win, and Yassine Mertatza will come back into the attack. You sense that the wicket of Akib Ilyas is going to be very, very important, isn't it? Over the latter half of this chase, I've got Mudassir Ali alongside me. Mudassir, Oman have somehow turned this into something of a contest. Some of the aggression to the batting, it's felt a bit unnecessary at points.
Absolutely. The way Naseem Khushi and Zishan Maqsood played this shot. It was an ordinary shot from Zishan Maqsood now. These two youngsters running between the wickets has been excellent. So You need to stop these singles. Get one more field inside the 30-yard circle. So far, it has been one-way traffic, though they have got those 4 wickets. They were unable to stop the flow of runs. Aqib Ilyas 29 of 25. Left hand, right hand combinations always trouble the opposition captain as well as the bowler.
It'll be a wide down the leg side. Yeah, for Hong Kong, it's been probably a frustrating campaign, I'd imagine, for their head coach Simon Willis to watch, because there's been occasional moments of brilliance. Had a couple of wins, a couple of losses. And even within this game, some very good stuff in flashes, in phases. The big 6 down the ground from Babar. Some boundaries to start with from Coetzee. 4 early wickets here. There's just been some real inconsistency as well. Some bad balls, some poor fielding. We've seen a missed run out. We've seen a dolly catch go down too. Combine that with an under par batting effort, they should have got 150, 160 really, shouldn't they? It's put Oman in a position where they should still get over the line, but they're just making things interesting, and credit to Hong Kong. They're hanging around and they're giving a good fight.
Absolutely, and especially in the league games, loss against Saudi Arabia pushed them on the back foot, but they came back very strong against Malaysia and cementing their place in the semi-final. Yet again, rightly said by you, they started off really well, getting those 12 runs against Bilal Khan. The problem has been the partnerships, the top of the order for Hong Kong, China. Nicely done. Slow in the air, no slip in position, inviting Aqib Ilyas to come onto the front foot and go for the drive shot. It's a big partnership between these two.
He wants the single chance here. Oh, can't hit the stumps. Oh dear. The poor old umpire. Well, he's worn one. He's got a smile on his face. Prageeth Rambukwela, he was trying to get around, trying to get into position. Yaser Arafat has to apologise. It could have been a run out instead. Poor old Prageeth Rambukwela from Sri Lanka's taken one in a big way. This was a crazy single, was it not?
No way in the frame. Aqib Ilyas, lucky escape, but coming in the radar of Yasin Murtaza was Rambukwela, the on-field umpire. Where is the magic spray? 11 overs done, 74 for the loss of 4.
What a crazy single. Just almost as though Oman are just feeling a bit of pressure, feeling a bit of nerves. I'm not sure what it is. We felt this would be very one way in the second innings, but Hong Kong hanging around. It's a second missed run out chance. Nissan Khan is keeping things tight. He's been in the wickets. Ilyas's strike rate is slowing down. There's something got to give here. Oh, outside edge this time. Another half run out chance. What's going on out there? Panic in the air.
Lack of communication between these two. It clearly shows they are under pressure here. Ayan Khan and Aqib Ilyas, and this is a very big opportunity for Hong Kong, China. They can get either Ayan or Aqib Ilyas in this over, and it will be tough for the new batter to straight away come and get those runs.
Tell you another thing with Yaser, I would trust Anoop, the head groundsman here. Implicitly, he thinks it's a very good batting surface. He did think it would move about early this morning because of the amount of dew, and he was right on that front. Didn't think 130 would be anything like enough, but the experience of Murtaza and veteran Isan Khan, who just keeps performing, is just keeping Hong Kong in this game. A wicket now would make it interesting. The dots are stacking up.
Do you think this is also a reason because of it's a big match? It has taken it extra toll on these players, especially on 130 on this track. It should be a cakewalk. Running hard the first run. Excellent running between the wickets between these two youngsters.
Yeah, that's better running between the wickets. Ayan Khan, he's incredibly fit, isn't he? Ilyas just responded to the call. A bit unlucky for Isan Khan because he doesn't have a man at 45. You always see this with him. He goes 3 in the deep to the left-hander. He's so flat through the air, not many will sweep him unless you get down and paddle sweep, but that's a brave shot. Here's another good over despite the 4 runs from it. Stick 2 wickets onto that score of Oman, all of a sudden we have a very interesting contest, but for now they're still in control. 78 for 4. Now, Pratik Attavele at 4. What was the thinking there?
This has been the problem, the selection, sending a right player at the right number, because Khalid Kyle, he was in brilliant form. He got those quick runs against UAE. Losing those 2 quick wickets, that might change the mind of the captain and the coach. They promoted Pratik Attavele, just 11 of 13. After this, the likes of Rafiullah and Khalid Kale had to come in this lineup.
Maqsood's always at 4, isn't he? Really, really strange. And since he finished his opening, did that a little bit back in 15, 16, 17. Used to blitz away at the top, did Zishan Maqsood. Had a very good T20 World Cup qualifier in Scotland and Ireland back in 2015 as Oman really announced themselves to the world. But since then, he's the vast majority of innings plays once at number 3, a few times at number 5 like he was today, and then predominantly at number 4. We'll get an easy single this time. Peace and love from everywhere in Oman. Such a friendly place here, isn't it? A safe place, a kind place, a place I adore coming. We've had a really good 8 or 10 days thus far.
Good to see people coming in numbers to support their local team. Boundaries dried up here for Oman. Only good news, I think, it's Aqib Ilyas still out there in the middle. Oh, brave. Slow, inviting Aqib to go big. Yet again, communication gap between Ayan and Aqib Ilyas.
You just feel there is a run out or a wicket building. Murtaza doesn't miss often. He's very accurate, as is Ihsan Khan. And a bit like Aqib Ilyas and Zishan Maqsood in the first innings, these 2 spinners have it on a string. Something's got to give here. You'd just love to see that mid-wicket in, wouldn't you? Because that takes away the free release shot. Murtaza to the right-hander. Everyone's in the deep on the leg side, so it's just too easy.
They negotiated both Yasim Murtaza and Ihsan Khan quite well, though not leaking too many runs. They are unable to break this partnership. Another easy single taken by Ayan Khan. And what are the options for Hong Kong China captain once Yasim Murtaza and Ihsan Khan are done with their spell?
Oh, let's get a look at that after this ball. Spinners are nearly done, aren't they? Oh, he's lovely to watch, isn't he, Yasim Murtaza? Throw goes to the wrong end. Non-striker's end might have been interesting there. Khan is much quicker than Aqib Ilyas. It's 4 singles again from the over. And it's 82 for 4. It's 5 views thus far. Can't really see them calling upon anyone else. Ansel Rath used to bowl a little bit of spin. Would have been handy in the conditions. But look at Murtaza and Ihsan Khan. They've kept things very tight. Isaz Khan's been good too. You just wonder, do they hold one back from Ihsan Khan? Do they try and get an over in here from someone? He's good at the death often, Ihsan Khan. I know he's wicketless today, but 9 in the competition. Or do they gamble and try to keep him on and get Aqib Ilyas? That's the one they want.
And the captain, completely agree with Andrew, continuing with Ihsan Khan, wicketless, going for just 13. Can he get better of Aqib Ilyas in this over? He's been very watchful, Aqib Ilyas. He knows this is his last over. 49 needed of 41 balls. Onto the back foot, nicely managed, chased by the fielder Nasrullah. What an effort. Brilliant, excellent, saving some runs.
That's more like it. Hong Kong's fielding has been, well, throughout the tournament for me, been under par compared to some of their opponents. Much better this time. It was the cut shot, the one that's difficult to play against Isan Khan, right in front of some of the coaching staff. Nasrullah Rana as well. He's the other bowling option, isn't he? Could look at him. They might just stick with their 5 primary bowlers. Get Ilyas here, it's game on. Oh, good glove work down the leg side. That could have easily been 5.
Testing wicket keeper Hassan Khan. A quicker delivery onto the pads. Good job done by Zishan Ali. Desperately looking to break this partnership.
That's the one that Isan Khan wants you to do. He wants you to play deep in the crease, in front of your stumps. Misses that. That's plumb LBW. Can he get one by Ayan Khan?
2 top order batters, partnership worth of 21 of 28 balls. Not at all in a hurry, Ayan Khan. Can he strike for Hong Kong, China? The experienced Hassan Khan.
Stifled appeal, but again, almost just looking for the glory ball, isn't it? He's looking for the wicket, he's searching for it. Leg bye will be signalled. Required run rate, it's not out of control by any stretch, but for the first time it's maybe a factor. It's over 7. One more good delivery here from Isan Khan. Maybe a dot, or in a dream scenario a wicket. That will start to become part of the context of this game. Went to the catching height, didn't it? He should get 2 as it goes into the gap. So it'll be none for 19 from his 4 overs for Isan Khan. It's 89 for 4. Just alert you to one thing. We're not going to have rain. I'm not suggesting we are, but Duckworth Lewis Stern is always a good barometer as to where a game is at. Right now, it reads 87. So they're 2 ahead. This game's a little bit closer than we might think.
And that reminds me of the semi-final. Oman versus UAE. ACC Men's Premier Cup 2023 in Nepal, Malpani. They were 2 runs ahead. All of a sudden they lost a couple of wickets. That over of Basil Hamid. The last ball of that over, Basil got rid of Sandeep Gaur. And all of a sudden, heavy rain started coming in at Malpani. They lost that game by 2 runs. You don't want to be in that kind of situation. For the first time in this game, the required run rate touching 7 runs per over, 6 overs left, 42 needed. Hassan Khan, wicketless, pulled quite well, going for 19 innings, 4 overs. The bowler who got those 2 big wickets. Pratik Attavale, then Zishan Maqsood is back in the attack. Right arm, gentle medium pace. Azaz 2 overs, 6 runs, couple of wickets to his name. Can he get better of Ayan?
Yeah, bowls a good little cutter, doesn't he? That's the one that deceived Zishan Maqsood. Good running. Again, not a great effort in the field. I know he's a long way out there, Ayush Shukla, but he's got to get in more swiftly to that. How many runs have they conceded through the mid-wicket region with just a simple clip? 1s and 2s have come regularly. And the brains trust of Hong Kong comes together to try and work out what to do.
And these are the big boundaries, and 2 youngsters finding it hard to get those boundaries. So it's a good plan. Convert those singles into doubles. Moves into the double digit. Ayan Khan. And what an Akaki Ilyas is playing. Calm and composed, not at all in a hurry, taking his own time. But for Hong Kong, China, they need a couple of wickets.
Yeah, but the last few deliveries, that's all you need if you're Oman. Couple of 2s, singles, don't even need boundaries. Good diving stop, much more like it from Yasin Murtaza. To win this game, Oman need Ilyas, and they need him, well, in this over or the next one for me. Otherwise, Oman will get home. There is batting to come. Don't know what order it will be in because they've completely changed the order. Initially, Athavele was listed at 7. Might be. Bowls him. It's the cutter. It's the beauty from Aizaz Khan. They brought him back to get the wicket. It might not be the one they wanted in Ilyas, but it is number 5.
Why you need to be positive out there in the middle with the bat. Change of pace. Yet again that cutter nicely done by Azaz. Committed on the front foot, misses the line. Rattling the top stump. A brilliant spell continues for Azaz Khan. Ayan Khan managing just 12 of 18 back in the hut. Half of the side of Oman. Back in the hut is 91 on board.
Now look at that puff of dust. We haven't seen that throughout the competition. Are there just a few signs the wicket's getting a little tired? A big puff of dust. I haven't seen that throughout the entire ACC Premier Cup thus far. Get a look at it even from this side on angle. It's an off cutter, yes, but have a look here. Big puff of dust. The pitch is just wearing a touch, and that's why it's getting the assistance for Aizaz Khan's off cutters. Hong Kong, well, they're roaring back into this contest. How is this game on here?
This is what happens when you just keep on playing those dot deliveries, not going for those big shots, just chasing the target of 130. All of a sudden they are in deep, deep trouble. 91 for the loss of 5. The new man, Khalid Kyle. Brilliant touch with the bat. But this is completely different situation. It's a big match, it's a knockout game. Fighting it hard is Hong Kong China bowlers. Young boy doing pretty well with the ball. Going for just 8 runs into his third over, 3 wickets to his name.
See, the other problem is Ilyas's scoring has slowed completely. Got off to a flying start, and since then he's barely been able to keep it going at a run of ball. Yeah, the 27-year-old's been good, absolutely. 50 not out in jig time against the UAE. But it's all about pressure now. Can Kale take the pressure alongside the class of Ilyas to give him support? Can't afford an over or 2 to get going. Dots, absolute killers now. Required run rate for the first time it's in the game. It's pushing towards 8 and over.
Good move to send Khalid Kale. You need some batter who can come in and get a couple of boundaries, release that pressure.
My question is, why is the order changed? They listed the order for us. They said it was going to be Prajapati and Naseem Khushi to open, Ilyas at 3, Zishan Maksud at 4. Don't understand why, oh why, Pratik Athavele came in at number 4. 2 off the over and a wicket to go with it. Look at those figures. 3 for 8. Commentary change after this. It's over to Mikhail Vaswani and a very nervous looking Pranav Mehta.
Thank you, Andrew. I'll tell you what, Oman fans will certainly be a touch nervous after the way things have panned out in the last 15-20 minutes. Yaser Murtaza in his final over. Sweeps well for a single. Oman have just about made life difficult for themselves in this chase. They have lost half their side, but they bat deep. That's the good news for him. Pranav, how do you look at the next 29 deliveries?
I've been following Oman cricket for a very long time, and the way I look at it, we like it interesting. We like it competitive here in Oman. This is going to be a very close game.
There will come a release over. Wonder who the target bowler is going to be. Akib Ilyas, a runner ball 39. He is very crucial to this chase because he's set.
They'll still not be too concerned. The way they like to look at things is a couple of boundaries and it's game on.
Too close to cut, but somehow gets some bat on it. Another single. 3 runs in 3 deliveries.
It doesn't matter, does it, Mikhail? You win the game in the 15th over or you win it in 19.5. No net run rate calculations, no equations in concern. You just need to win.
Pranav, I beg to differ here. You need to win convincingly because you're going into the final. You don't want any evident cracks in the batting. And that's why chasing 131 for the loss of 2 or 3 wickets would make more sense than chasing 131 in the final over with 7 wickets down. I look at it that way.
I agree. That's gone up, and he probably has spilled to this one. And this could very well be the match that's gone down.
Zishan Ali, I'll tell you what his body language suggests. That there was an opportunity. Go close on this, or did it get the arm? The forearm on the way, or the gloves as well. He's dropped that. He's dropped that on impact rather. He collected it, but on the somersault, he may have just grasped it. Big moment here. And that too, it's Akib Ilyas. I think he's dropped that opportunity. 16 gone, it's 96 for 5. How brilliant has Ezaz been. 3 wickets for him into his final. He's been the game breaker. There again, very accurate. Runs at the moment coming for Oman in singles. They'll need a big over.
You're right. Mikhail need a big over here. Wonder who is going to be coming to the rescue. Amir Ali and Amir Kaleem with the young lads. 2 backbones of Oman cricket working tirelessly behind the scenes to make sure there's sufficient young talent. Wonderful, wonderful. They needed runs. Khalid Kail coming to the rescue here. He's a brilliant stroke maker. And we've seen that in the local domestic circuit, now in the international circuit.
Well, Khalid Kail is one of the finest talents in Oman cricket. Seen him walk away with honours, series after series. Sometimes you don't need the carnage, you just need the presence of mind and some class. And look at the way he just about was aware of where the field was and opened the face of the bat. The women's cricket team of Oman. Now this could be 2. Not too sure if Akib Ilyas in the mood to go for the second. He'll keep it to 1. What a match this is turning out to be.
Nail biter. Crunch. They'll be feeling the heat. They made a match out of nothing, Oman. Would have wanted to win this in the 17th, 18th over.
Nizakat Khan telling Ezaz, 1 more wicket, my man. 1 more wicket. This one's done well. Will there be a second? This time Kail says we'll keep it to 1. Hong Kong, China have been sharp in the field and they've done well in defense of 130.
7 of the over so far. the young lads.
Nicely bowled. Well, good to see the youngsters and their coaches coming and watch their heroes play. Amir Khalil and Amir Ali have been stalwarts for Oman cricket in recent years. Now they've completely shifted focus in developing age group cricket in Oman, and it's been brilliant. They're making rapid strides. I was having a word with Amir Ali some time back. He did talk about them going and winning a series and doing well. That'll have to be re-bowled.
The equation is simple. Hong Kong China needs a wicket here. Oman wouldn't mind a boundary.
Well, I'll just add to that equation. They need more wickets than one, to be honest, Pranav. A couple of wickets here. Big wickets. 27 and 19. 9 out of 10 times the chasing side gets home. Soft hands. Yes, no. You don't want Aqib Ilyas run out. You don't want him run out. Good over again. End of 17. 1-0-4 for 5. 27 needed in 18. You'll not see much of a difference between these two worms. It's identical, just looks like a shadow. And I reckon it's the fall of wickets that has led to something which is so close. And just about maybe the Omani worm is on the ascendancy. This could be a very, very big over as far as Oman is concerned. They don't want to leave too much for the end. It's going to be pace this time around. Ashish Ayush Shukla got a wicket of his very first delivery, that of Prajapati.
They don't want to leave it for the last over, do they, Oman? Aqib Ilyas loves the pace on ball. What are the areas that he can go for? Fine leg is inside the circle. He loves that area.
Short and wide, almost carried to mid-off, and that'll go past him for a boundary. I'll tell you what, Aqib Ilyas may have had his heart in his mouth. That was so close to being a catch, but this 4 will certainly come in handy.
Some nervous faces in the dugout of the Oman camp. This is a close game, and at the moment Aqib Ilyas is taking it across. Desperate occasions, desperate efforts from both these sides. This is going to be a big over, Mikel. This is going to be big over. Something is going to happen here.
I must admit that they've crawled this far, Oman. It should have been a breeze for them. 23 or 17, they have too much quality in their ranks to put themselves in the situation. Ayush, can he eke out another wicket here? Still very much on this game.
Five of the first 2. He's leagued runs 27 so far. Yes, he's got a wicket to his name. Do you think bowling spin at this point of time could be an option?
Anybody who gets your wicket is an option right now. They need to look for more variety options, wicket taking rather. Slow one, off cutter. You see him rolling his fingers over it. What are the options does Nizakat Khan have in his bowling armory? Ayush Shukla, a little expensive, but still he'll have to cut that economy. They have Atiq's 1 over. He's been decent. Yasim, Mohammad and Ishan, they've all finished their quota of overs. This means they'll have to get somebody else as well, maybe, if they don't want to go with Ayush to bowl the next over. Nasrullah Rana has not got a go in this contest, which is very strange. He's been one of their frontline bowlers and has bowled in all the games, Pranav.
Do you really want to bring in a new bowler at this point where he's not not had a look at the wicket, the way wicket is operating, or you want to stick with somebody who's done well so far for you in the tournament? The captain is choosing point number 2.
The temptation will be to go with the tried and tested bowlers in this game. But then you have to always have backups.
I really feel a sweep is coming out. He loves that paddle sweep. Aqib Ilyas.
Oh, he's picked that up. It goes towards square leg. For a moment, it looked like he had found the gap as well. This equation getting too close for comfort here. 20 of 13. They'll need a big hit in this over.
7 of the over so far. A ball to go. You'd love a boundary here. Khalid Kale and Aqib Ilyas. Can this be a release shot for Khalid Kale? He's taken his time in the middle. 8 of 11. It's the semi-finals. Semi-final number 2. Oman versus Hong Kong, China. The winner takes all. The prize position in the finale.
He cuts that, finds the gap, gets the much needed boundary. He had to manufacture the shot and he does that with ease. This is a very good hit under pressure. 16 needed in 12. It's 115 for 5.
What an incredible shot. Creating room, removing his left leg out of equation and guiding it past that fielder at short third and backward point. 16 and 12. 18 overs done, 115 for 5 Oman. This is game on.
We are coming to you live from the Oman Cricket Academy. Semi-final 2 on turf 1. I'll tell you what, credit has to be given to the Oman Cricket Association and the Asian Cricket Council for dishing out such a fabulous event. As many as 10 associate countries vying for one spot. And in the second semi-final, this has turned out to be quite a cracker of a contest. And for the first time in this innings, Yaser Arafat will be bowling the 19th over. Well, strange things happen. Wonder where he's been hiding all this while.
16 of 12. Aqib Ilyas on 49. Khalid Kale 12 of 12. I'm glad to have cut my nails earlier today because this is one of those matches where you want to keep your eyes shut.
That takes the edge. There's protection in the deep as Aqib Ilyas reached to another 50 in the tournament. And his career, a standing ovation by his mates in the dugout. But he knows the job will only be done if he walks back victorious. There's still some work to do, but this has been an innings of very high pedigree and caliber.
This is Aqib Ilyas 2.0 for you. Yes, he used to get runs previously, but those were flashes. Now he's a more consistent player. Takes his time, does realize he has a lot of sharp shots up his armory. And that's where he can be devastatingly dangerous. And that's the time for Oman. That's the phase where Aqib Ilyas, unleashed Aqib Ilyas is required.
Khalid Kale looks to go big, but they steal another single. I'm sure Aqib Ilyas will just about now decide to take matters into his own hands.
Sandeep Johra did depart after getting his 50 in the semi-final number 1, and that's where it could have costed Nepal. Here it is Aqib Ilyas. He's got his 50, needs to get across the line, needs to play through this.
Yaser Arafat bowling his first over, and that too in the 19th, up against a man who's batting on a well-made 50. There's long gone deep, mid-wicket deep, square leg as well. Where is Aqib Ilyas going? Oh, he's gone big. Fielder coming underneath it. Will it be? Oh, he's just not gone. I just wonder what happened. Was the sun staring into his eye that he could not see the ball? That's what he's saying. Rana is livid with his fielder. There's a change in the field happening, but that should have been taken.
Just cannot believe it. Just cannot believe it. When your team needs you to stand up for... The ball had gone way high up. There was a lot of time for the fielder. And he just didn't want to go in. Believe it or not, Aqib Ilyas, just when he could have departed back, is on the non-striker's end.
Atik Iqbal, the field at their deep square leg has now been shifted. This time through the mid-wicket region, heading towards the cow corner. 2 on the cards and they'll get that comfortably.
This is brilliant running from Khalid Kail and Aqib Ilyas. They do realize that they are looking for that boundary. But in the process, they need to run hard. 5 of the first 4 deliveries.
My question is, where was Nasrullah Rana all this while? Nizakat has gone to him in adversity and now he's giving him all the talk and the discussion, but where was he previously? If he's bowling so well in the death, he could have come in very handy early on.
Need a big one here. Need a big one here. It's a no-brainer. Khalid Kail needs to get a big one here.
Looks to go big. Just going deep in his crease. That brings Aqib on strike. It's 10 in 7.
If you're a heart patient, you shouldn't be watching this. Too close for comfort. It's a nail biter. It's a thriller. Nasrullah, what an incredible over so far. 6 runs of 5 deliveries.
This is an event ball.
10 of 7. The heartbeats. They're all feeling the heat here at the Oman Cricket Academy. Yes, it's mid-April. Summers have still not peaked in. But the temperatures are rising here at the Oman Cricket Academy. Final 7 deliveries of semi-final number 2. Oman versus Hong Kong, China.
It's in the air and it's been dropped. It's Captain Nizakat, was it dropping ahead of him? But Aqib Ilyas gets another opportunity. It's 9 and 6. These catches need to be taken. These half chances.
Certainly a catch. Certainly something that Nizakat should have wanted to hold on to it. Bit late in getting ahead. Could this be the match for Hong Kong, China? Would this be the catch which could mean difference between Hong Kong, China and Oman? 6 ball, 9 runs. Super over?
Nizakat could not really pouch that, but he did well to stop it. But in the process, Aqib retained strike as well with that single. And he's up against Ashish Ayush Shukla. 9 from 6. That's a cabinet meeting in the middle there. Captains, senior players, Babar Hayat, Yasim Murtaza Shukla. What's the kind of field they need to set?
They've put the faith. They've put the faith in Ayush Shukla. Can he stand up for Hong Kong, China?
Hong Kong China had an option to decide between Atikul Rahman Iqbal and Ashish Shukla. They've gone with Shukla. Both these bowlers have an over left. Now we take a look at the field. There's deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, long gone, long off, cover sweeper. There's a gully, backward point, covers is open. There's an unconventional extra cover over there on the edge of the 30-yard circle and a short fine. He's picked that up and that's aerial and that's gone into the ropes for a 6. Aqib Ilyas 2.0 on display. Oman inching closer and all of a sudden the winds have changed.
Aqib Ilyas, you beauty, what have you done here? He's been patient all afternoon. He's kept Oman in the hunt. Wickets fell around him and he held his nerve. And just when it mattered the most, He's departed. He's dispatched Ayush Shukla for a maximum here. What an incredible strike. What a timely strike from Aqib Ilyas.
Brilliant how deep he went into the crease, and he just got his bat underneath that. It was a very unconventional hit, and that's why the smiles in the dugout. For a moment it looked like it got the height and not the distance. But Aqib Ilyas is special talent. Here we go, 3 and 5. Oh, he does it in fine style. And looks like this will be the winning moment for Oman. They qualify for the finals of the ACC Men's T20 Premier Cup 2024. It's an Aqib Ilyas special. Khalid Kale has played good foil. Oman dugout stands up to celebrate. It's been a good fight by Hong Kong China. But the home side, and Aqib Ilyas, you beauty, once again proves to be the match winner and the decisive factor.
Yes, they were only to chase 131, but they did lose wickets, early wickets for Oman. And they were in a lot of pressure. Aqib Ilyas, the man who was known for playing dashing knocks, generally used to depart to the dugout very early. Today, holding his nerve, keeping his patience, he just kept Oman in the race, and towards the end, he flourished, and he flourished in style. Hong Kong China will believe that they have been struck, and they have been struck by a lightning called Aqib Ilyas. What a brilliant performance from the bat of Aqib Ilyas. Yes, he got wickets to start off. A deft touch just past the wicketkeeper, and that will close the proceedings for Oman. That all-important finale position, and in the process qualifying for the emerging cup as well. Oman will smile after a very tense afternoon here.
I'll tell you what, Hong Kong China will walk back realizing they were 25-30 runs short, and that's where they may have lost the battle. But they made a good match out of it, and you've got to really compliment Hong Kong China for fighting hard. But that man, Aqib Ilyas, a happy dugout, happy dressing room. Ayan Khan was very good in the middle order. Captain Zishan Maqsood and his counterpart Nizakat Khan, the senior pro Babar Hayat. These are two good sides on display. One fell short, other one prevailed under massive pressure, showing great character and resolve. Bilal Khan, superhero for Oman. Rafiullah there. What a match, Pranav.
Incredible, incredible. No two thoughts about it. Didn't want to take their chances, Oman. They held their nerves. They were patient. Yes, they came out swinging with Naseem Kushi right at the top. Pratik Atavale also tried his level best, but was not able to get those runs which mattered. But towards the end, Khalid Kale playing a cameo, a second fiddle to Aqib Ilyas, playing patiently. And Aqib Ilyas, what a brilliant knock. Extraordinary.
Oh, that's Khalid Kale behind Aqib Ilyas. The two stitched a vital partnership in the end to take their team through. Smiles all around. And Aqib Ilyas will be drained as well. It's hot. He's had to stand from the beginning and take his team through. And look at that moment for him. It means so much. Just about giving that bat a much needed respect. I'll tell you what, Oman play UAE in the final on 21st. We'll take a look at the chase. It's been Aqib Ilyas Suleri all the way. 62 unbeaten runs in 51 deliveries. This after Prajapati was dismissed on the very first ball in the chase. And Mohammad Naseem Kushi as well didn't last long. They were in a precarious situation after losing Pratik Atavale and Zishan Maqsood very easy. 11 and 13 and 15 and 14 for them. Ayan did stitch a partnership with Aqib, but in all of it the constant remained Aqib Ilyas. Khalid Kale came, provided the finishing touch with Ilyas and ensured his team just about made it with 4 deliveries to spare.
When you can make a match of 131 to be defended, your bowlers have certainly done their job. Ayush Shukla, probably a little too expensive for the likings of Hong Kong China. 1 for 43 to him, but he was taken apart in the final few overs by Aqib Ilyas. Everybody very good so far. And Mohammad Aizaz Khan was certainly the pick of the bowlers with 3 wickets to his name and conceding only 16 runs. A wicket for Atiqur Rahman as well. But apart from that, everything going Oman's way towards the end.
Oh yes, Aizaz Khan 3 for 16 was the star. Well, the chase for Oman did begin on the back foot. That's because they lost early wickets, Prajapati and Naseem Kushi. That was the first delivery. Prajapati handed a catch straight to the wicketkeeper. And then it was Naseem Kushi who got that beautiful hit over the bowler's head. One too many for him. He did get a few edges. Aqib Ilyas being a little lucky too. And getting few runs behind the wicket. This was another wonderful delivery It was Atikul who got the wicket of Naseem Khushi. A big drop over there by Babar Hayat, the senior pro. And after that, a little partnership started brewing. Not before bowlers attacked as well. Boundaries came whenever it was needed, but each time Oman tried to accelerate, they lost a wicket. Then came Aizaz Khan, and he was the pick of the bowlers, taking 3 wickets for 16 runs.
It is that man, Aqib Ilyas, who stood in the middle, and he stood tall, playing a very patient knock. He was joined by the captain alongside him, who stitched a very good partnership. Yes, they were continuing to get boundaries every now and then, but immediately after those boundaries were wickets, and that's where pressure kept piling on, and pressure piled on really high. Few run-out opportunities that were on offer were not capitalized. Ayan Khan walked back as well, and then it was that show. Probably this was the place where Hong Kong China dropped the match, and then it was all Aqib Ilyas show.
There were some moments for Hong Kong China in the field as well. Khalid Kale got that much needed boundary, and this was one of the biggest moments, and that one clearly the winning moment. Aqib Ilyas knew that he had done it for his side. Khalid Kale celebrating alongside him. This was a massive victory for Oman as they now play UAE in the big final in the ACC Men's T20 Premier Cup 2024. We've seen it all. A quick summary put into bat. Hong Kong China managed only 130 for 9. It was the bowling brilliance of Aqib Ilyas Suleri, certainly the most valuable player in this contest. 3 for 14. Bilal Khan, as always, amongst wickets, 3 for 36. Zishan Ali managed 36 unbeaten runs. Babar Hayat got 33, but the batters never got going after getting good starts. In reply, Oman, well, they had some anxious moments. They made life difficult for themselves, but then stood tall and stood out. The star for them, the superstar, Aqib Ilyas. 62 unbeaten runs. Khalid Kale in the end provided great comfort and cushion. He got 16 not out. Zishan Maqsood and Ayan Khan as well did manage to get a few runs in a low-scoring thriller. Confirmation, it is Oman winning this contest by 5 wickets, qualifying for the Emerging Cup as well. More importantly, have now booked their place in the final against UAE on the 21st of April. Super Sunday it is going to be. We'll head into a short break, but when we come back on the other side, we'll get you the presentation and also realize who is the player of the match.
Well, very good evening everyone from this beautiful ground. We've got a stunning sunset across to our right. We've had the most fantastic Friday with two brilliant semi-finals, and ultimately UAE and just about the hosts Oman have triumphed and advanced to the finals. Oman taking that win by 5 wickets after an Aqib Ilyas masterclass that we've just seen. Before we begin, we'd like to thank the Asian Cricket Council and the Oman Cricket Association for their hosting of this wonderful T20 tournament, and a big thanks to our sponsors as well. Our official streaming partner in India, that's Fancode. Our official broadcast partner in Nepal, that's Kantapur TV. Our official sponsors, Dafa News, 1xBat, Babu 88 Sports, and our commercial partner, the team from TCM in Delhi in India. I'd like to also introduce my presentation party. I've got a very special man to my left. That's Mr. Varun Kimji, who's an advisor to the Oman Cricket Board. Great to have you, and thanks for all your hospitality. As always, Varun, great to be here with you. Okay, we'll speak with both captains and we'll find out who the player of the match is. We'll start with the captain of Hong Kong. That's Nizakat Khan. Nizakat, commiserations, a really good game of cricket. At the halfway stage with 130 on the board, did you really feel like you're in the contest?
Yeah, but again, I would say that we are, I think, 20 runs short on that wicket. Our target was to score 150. But the way we fought with the ball and the field, I think credit goes to the boys as well. So, Oman played well today as well.
Can you put your finger on maybe why there's been some inconsistency in this tournament for you? When you've been good, you've been really good, and then kind of when you've struggled, you've been really battling, particularly with the bat. It's either been very good or at points lots of wickets falling.
Yeah, I think in patches, we are a little bit, to be honest, players are trying their best. The conditions are like today, the wicket was a little bit tough to bat on. But that T20 cricket, it changes very quickly. So yeah, I think I will give credit to Oman team, the way they batted and fielded and bowled. I think they were exceptionally well.
What about your bowling options? Would you have loved another spinner? Did you have anyone who could maybe have given you an over or two of part-time spin? Because the pitch definitely slowed up in the second half.
Well, to be honest, we were almost defended 130 on this wicket. So I think our bowling was fine. We actually bowled really well today. To be honest, despite of rest of our games, I think today was the best bowling. That's what we did today.
Yeah, Yaser Khan in particular, outstanding, 3 for 16. The fielding, has that been a little bit of your Achilles heel? A couple of drops went down, maybe some run-out chances you just couldn't quite affect as well?
Yeah, so, pressure, always kicks in. So, yeah, but I'm going to definitely give to my boys. They have fought really well.
Okay, what about tomorrow? It's a quick turnaround. You'll have a third-place playoff against Nepal. A lot on the line in that ACC Emerging Teams spot. Not what you wanted to be in, but still a critical game nonetheless.
Yes, of course, we will really looking forward to that game as well tomorrow, and we will plan for against Nepal. Nepal is also a good team. But yeah, if we win that, then we will have something to take back home.
Absolutely. Hard luck today. I thought you played really well, particularly in the second half.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Andrew.
Okay, the captain of Hong Kong, understandably, little disappointed. Time now to speak to the winning captain. It's the home captain, Zishan Maqsood of Oman. Zishan, many congratulations. How's that heart rate? Don't lie to me. Don't tell me you weren't nervous in there watching on.
Yeah, thank you first of all, and I think I'm a bit of nervous when because we need 40-50. So, but last 3 overs I was confident because we have to score only 28 runs. So I just a bit of nervous, but I know because Aqib is there and Khalid is also there because we have plenty of the players are still they are looking for the chance. So I was quite 70-30.
70-30, well, it felt a bit more 50-50 at points. Tell me about your bowling first. Aqib Ilyas with 3 wickets, Bilal Khan, they just keep performing for you in these big crunch moments.
Definitely, as a senior player, they should perform, and they are performing right now. And Aqib's, bowling outstanding. Whenever he got the ball, he brings us, big throws, and he's keeping other team quiet, and that is what he's doing right now. Very well, and for the team, for himself, and I just help him a bit to restrict them because wicket is playing a little bit of slow side. Ball is not coming that nice, so that's why I just 50-50, 70-30, I should say.
What about the batting? Changing the order. Why did you take yourself out of number 4? Promoted Pratik Athaveli up to number 4 for the first time in such a big game. You did have Kale up your sleeves. He was crucial at 7.
Yeah, it is because it is management and myself. We just decide. I think these 6 overs we just want to take a game little deep, to not to throw my wicket and just keep my wicket in hand and just give him a chance to play some in the center, but it couldn't work. But still, players are capable to play any spot. So that is also some experiment what we did today, and so otherwise Khalid and Akib, they played very well to bring this over.
Yeah, they played superbly. I need to ask you about that man, Akib Ilyas. I think we might hear from him in just a moment. His consistency is remarkable, but his bowling has come on leaps and bounds. He's bowled very little against Test nations. That'll change in June, come the World Cup. Really, it's been the last 2 years he's been bowling for you. How well is he bowling? And he seems to be batting better than ever.
Because he always play a key role for the team, and he's improved cricketer. He always want to do something in ball, fielding and batting. So he was trying hard out of the field, and what helps him to be a good bowler. So definitely, if you put some hard work, after the games or in the training sessions, that is you can show in the center. So he was doing very well with the bat. He's outstanding always because he sees the ball early. He has the time to play back foot, front foot. That is all as a batsman you need, and he has all the capability. He has the temperament. He can hit long ball. So I think he's a full of cricket player. We have luckily.
Zishan, some kids are wanting their daddy back. Go and see them. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that's the captain of Oman. It's Zishan Maksud. Time for the player of the match presentation. Got the main man next to me. He's going to present this award, Mr. Varun Kimji, who is an advisor to the Oman Cricket Board. There's plenty of good performances today, but really the player of the match was a one-man show. He bowled 4 overs, took 3 for 14. He made 62 not outs off 51 deliveries. It goes again to Akib Ilyas. So Akib's going to receive his award from Varun Kimji and pose for a ceremonial photo too. Akib in a rich vein of form. Mr. Kimji, thank you so much. Akib, many congratulations. I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Zishan. Were you nervous out there, or were you always comfortable that you were going to be able to get across the line?
First of all, alhamdulillah, we won the game. Congratulations to the whole team. Yeah, there were moments where I was in pressure, there are times, when I thought I will finish the game, 2-3 overs behind. But the thing is, when it stretched a lot, at wrong time the players got out. So then it was coming in my mind that whether if I don't finish this game, it's going to come up on me, and you have to be there and you have to finish the game because you have stretched the game a lot and you are the one who are at the crease. But credit goes to a few of the players who came in and gave a short cameo. They hit 2 or 3 boundaries and they gave me the confidence here that you can clear the boundary easily. And just wait on the wicket, we will do everything, and you just stay and you are going to finish it. So last over was the over when I got panicked, and I backed myself also that I can do it, I can hit the big ones, and I can be smart enough to win the match. So hopefully, alhamdulillah.
Yeah, you got over the line with a beautiful 6-4 to finish things with 4 balls to spare. Didn't look that comfortable at points. Did the pitch just slow down a little bit on you throughout? We saw a couple go through the surface, few puffs of dust. Was 130 a difficult score? Maybe something you could have chased a bit more comfortably?
No, I don't think so. Wicket was behaving that bad. Wicket was really good. The ball was coming on the bat. In the start, we batted really well. But, in the pressure games, when your top order starts to get out, I was batting well. But then what happened, 2 to 3 wickets fell down. And then when Zishan fell down, the other teams, they came at the top. They know that when captain is out, they have a chance to come in the game. Because few of the players are new in the side, though they are very good. But, pressure games, there should be someone at the crease who need to handle the pressure. So I was, then I started to stay on the wicket. I got messages from the team that you stay on the wicket, you try to create the strike. So maybe I could have played much better than this because, there are games, there were few dot balls, not few, many dot balls. But the thing is, I was in between both the pressure and then that I can make it. So that's why I stretched the game. Otherwise, we could have done it well before. But credit goes to Hong Kong bowling also that they bowled on target. They didn't give any place or room for us to hit over. So that's why.
I think your teammates and your fans will say you played very well. You didn't do much wrong out there. Tell me about your bowling. I think by your own admission, you're very much a batter when you came onto the international scene, but you're completely an out-and-out all-rounder. You're a banker for 4 overs every game now, and that's something you're really enjoying. Your leg breaks, your off breaks, plenty of mystery with the wrist spin too.
Yeah, exactly. With time you have to learn everything, and from the start I was a bowler. But there were times when we had better bowlers in the side, so you never got a chance. But now when there are players move out, so I'm the one who came in. So I have have to grab all the opportunities, and now I'm working hard, really too much hard working on my bowling and batting also. So Alhamdulillah, it's coming, both the things are coming, and credit goes to my bowling coach, my team, my management. They said that you are the one, anytime you get, you are the, you're the golden arm. That moment you come in, you get a wicket, and hopefully it is coming, all the games it is coming.
You're having the most wonderful tournament. You had a brilliant performance today, and it's going to be a final on Sunday. Really, many congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, that's going to wrap it up from down here. Aqib Ilyas, the player of the match, a virtuoso performance. Definitely one of the contenders for the player of the tournament, the way he's going. We've got much more to look forward to. 22 games down, 2 to go. Tomorrow, that third place playoff will be a lot on it for Hong Kong and Nepal. And then the final comes Sunday. It'll be UAE taking on Oman. Really enjoyed your company all throughout what's been a fantastic Friday. We'll see you again tomorrow.